Why, hello there, everybody out in the ZSR world. Coming at you live with some lower bracket semifinals. We got What the Hell's Happened versus Sponge. And for the first 20 or so minutes, it's going to be myself and Ginger on the comms leading you through this.
Good evening. Yep, there's a bit of a delay with the scheduled comms, so we're going to kick it off to begin with. They will be here though, very shortly.
And coming up with the stats here, we got some fantastic action. Seed 6 versus Seed 2, very close.
Yeah, it's a rematch of last year's grand finals, but What the Hell's took 2 games to 1. So, yeah, it's I think anybody watching this who, unless this is your first time, you know who these two are. It's pretty hard to say who.
They both ended up in lower brackets when Cariosa knocked them down here, which, you know, that happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cariosa's been a beast this tournament. These two get to battle for the right to face Marco, who was the one who got taken out by Cariosa.
Oh, dang.
So it's not any easier. But we have got a finals level match in the semi-finals here of the losers bracket, for sure. It's so hype, it's going to be great. One thing I noticed about the stats is that the last matchup isn't quite correct, because their last matchup was actually at least head-to-head was Season 4 finals, and that was much more recent than that. So that's slightly wrong, but everything else very evenly matched.
I'm not in charge of that part, I don't know.
No, it was just something I noticed, so I thought I would point out that they did compete in the finals of last year. But they will both be in the finals this year, because one of them's got to go out today, sadly.
Whoever does go out doesn't have to race against Marco, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, they'll have avoided Marco. The French are strong between Marco and Cariosa. These are the last two North American hopes. Say North American because I believe this is a battle between Canada and the United States. At the very least, Sponge has brought the fire early with the file name, Habsuck. So he knows what he wants to say, Sponge.
Yes, I know I left the music on. It was great. Was it too loud?
Yeah, his chat saying shots definitely fired from Sponge.
Looks like we'll be starting in about a minute 10. So get ready.
Oh. Or the hockey dissing from Sponge, giving us a little treat before the start. Just talking smack early. I like it. Through the medium of file names. It's an interesting perspective. Playing to the crowd, get the fan favourites going, rile up the audience. The haters. It's like, how dare he?
That's right, you gotta rile up the haters.
Like a good WWE entertainer. Like the bad guys almost have as much fun as the good guys.
Playing the heel move.
Exactly. It looks like we're about ready to go for this one. Less than 10 seconds.
And we're semi-vanilla, but we're adult.
Yeah, vanilla across ages. Starting with the Sun song, which is nice, I guess. It's a song. Early chest and Midos is a strength. So 3 strength 1. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, early strength 1 is always nice. That'll at least let you do the dongos if you have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, no chews hiding in there as well. But they did get a heart container, so...
We're starting out with one Goron Ruby, I see.
Lake Hylia is foolish.
Instant Lake Foolish, nice.
That's a really good one to get if you're going to get a foolish. I like Lake Foolish. Does mean that if there's something on Pierre and you don't set it, or there's a hint, like the lab or something that's really important, it might cost someone, but... Mido skip in sync, almost perfectly in sync still. I've noticed in the chat that the Gamba is now available, so if you want to spend some of your channel points to earn some more channel points,
if you guess right, you can earn some big rupees. If you guess wrong, you're just donating your channel points to the winners.
50 is dead, so that's good. Oh, and just up ahead, we're going to get Prelude. That's thanks, game. That's a pretty pointless hint.
A little bit. Prelude of Light. Alright.
But yeah, playable. It's a good song to get.
Is that Skull Mask dead, or I didn't catch that?
I didn't catch it either.
Oh, their hint was.
Oh, was it the hammer?
Was Prelude? Let's see.
Because I thought I saw hammer out the corner of my eye. I wasn't directly looking, and I was like, and then you saw Skull Mask, and I was like, surely it's not Skull Mask, it's hammer.
Composer's Grave is Requiem.
Goron City to Twin Rover and 30 dead. And there's yep, Skull Mask is the hammer. Thank you, VXR. Requiem in the tomb. The Goron's dead. Ganon's Castle to Rover and 30 is dead. Spirit is a medallion, correct? Oh, what the hell's first to make it to Adult CAC?
Only hope for skulls now is 40.
Hello, you beautiful peeps.
Hey, everyone.
Mel and I made it.
Looks like we
So
got
sorry we are
Dr.
late.
here.
You know, make plans and everything falls apart. Of course.
Happens sometimes.
It'd be like that.
Dog, you didn't lock the car. Give me the car key.
I apologize, sir. They're on the countertop.
Yep.
Oh, lordy lord.
Alrighty. How is everyone doing?
Okay, guys. Yeah, we've literally just started. And we
Hey,
just found
light
the
arrows. Right away.
And,
That's nice. Not
strength
hunting
from
for
my
those
base.
then.
And
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. So
Yeah, I mean, it looks like what? Prelude to quality of life. We got a nice bottle. We got strength. We got lights. We got Goron Ruby. Who did that?
You know what? Randobot. Randobot decided to Randobot.
Randobot gonna Randobot. Anyway, so
No.
Since you guys are here, I'm going to step back down to tracking so baseball doesn't have to double track. And
I
take
so
it away.
appreciate you for covering for us. Chat, are you ready for this? I think chat's ready for this. Mal, are you ready for this?
I am so ready for this.
Oh.
You know, I've been so hyped. I've been saying all week, I'm so sad to watch one of these runners go home, but I think they're both excited to have this rematch of last year's grand finals.
Oh, wait, hold up. So we already have Skull Mask as hammer, so we are off to a
so good.
fabulous start.
All right.
Oh.
And looks like we're getting Requiem right there in Composer Grave whenever we find Lullaby.
Yeah. Which shouldn't be too long from now. Looks like it's probably a child song at this point. Possibly something like Bolero or Minuet. Mel and I are going to do our best, though, to try to explain what is going on with regards to tricks, execution, logic, routing. If you have any questions, please go ahead and post them in the chat, we'll do our best to make sure that we answer them for you. Though I do see, by Tanarin, thoughts on Double Forest?
Like watching Double Forest?
No, like general like insanity of the inevitable dual forest.
Oh, I love Double Forest, actually. I think it gives us a lot of time to do some nice recapping, do some theory crafting, what's coming forward. And actually, you know, I just like Forest.
So who is on comms? You've got Doc Heaps right here on the right.
And Milkweed on the left.
And then you might hear some fluttering of other people in the background. We'll introduce them as they come in.
Yeah, so Doc is technically solo comming here, just to keep everything nice and easy, make sure that we're not getting a lot of echo in the background. But I'm here, I promise.
Hold on. Doc Heaps and MELQWII. Escape. No. Save changes. Hold up, we did it, and I didn't miss anything.
Yay!
We did it during dump air race. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, can you actually see the names?
Making the cropping go wild. Ooh, lens.
Oh, yeah. Ugh, it's more of like an lens.
Yeah, but I mean, what if ZL out at Requiem?
It's possible. So just a little bit of explanation. Again, we're going to be explaining a lot of things. If you are experienced here, this might all sound familiar. Lens is useful for a few things. Two things in particular. The Lens minigame that they find in Market Child, only accessible during the nighttime, as well as Crossing the Wasteland, meaning going from the Gerudo area over to Haunted Wasteland into the Desert Colossus and the song over there, as well as all of Spirit Temple. So these runners can do that without the Lens of Truth. However, the seed logically expects them to have it in order to cross into the Spirit Temple area.
Yep, and what the hells did take a look at the pedestal here. We are getting those medallions updated, and we'll find out what we have in store. I see Deku and Dodongos currently.
Oh, Stone Forest.
Yes. So the inevitability of Double Forest, less likely it being a stone.
So.
Oh, fire. I see fire.
And fire.
And water.
So it looks like Sponge might be venturing up. So I've seen this a lot in S5 with Chess Size Matches content, where you will see people venture up through DMT, Death Mountain Trail, into Goron City. You can get quite a few peaks just by doing this loop alone, and a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly even dipping DC.
Is that magic?
That is magic.
And this is another nice thing, picking up whatever is on top of there. Maybe it's your free shield, so you don't have to buy one. Maybe it's bombs.
It's just straight up bomb bag. So that is Lens minigame, completely accessible, and that is a small chest there. One of the things, if you are new to watching Season 5 or haven't been around for a while, we have a setting called Chest Size Matches Contents. That means that big chests will have unique items. That means that small chests will have non-unique items. And chests that look like the boss key will have either small keys or the boss key, depending on size. So you get a lot of information just by kind of peeking. We're going to point out a lot of those.
Yep. And what the hell's forcibly taking the single green rupee?
Yeah. Only one
What a
of them.
scam.
Oh! Ice Cavern leads to Queen Goma. Okay,
Love it.
that's fun.
So,
I'll go for it.
oh, I mean, do you think that's going to be our Kokiri sword, or is it going to end up being a slingshot, which the game says we need? We don't need that.
We don't. DMT leads to Bongo. Yeah, I wonder
Oh.
what that was.
Huh.
So here's a peak that we're talking about. Small chest. So Sponge can actually save the time that it takes to blow up a bomb flower. Which is a considerable amount of time I mean, if you look right here, you're going to see that it's going to take about 10 seconds for that to really blow up, roughly.
That is such a nice trick when you go in here with strength.
I love that trick. Yeah, the hitbox is gone. The hitbox is just weird. That's all I'm going to say. The hitbox for the stairs is weird, and that works because of hitboxes. And that's all you need to know. Like one in the one corner, one in the other corner, and like hitboxes, they just work. It's just dumb.
That staircase is probably the single thing that is most like encompassing of the Oot is a well-coded game.
Yeah.
Because there are about 5 different ways that you can get around blowing up that thing.
Well, so here's the interesting thing. Sponge's route is actually paying off a little bit better than what the hell so far with regards to items. Magic so far is great. As well as picking up that Rudolph's letter, both of which will benefit Sponge when he goes child.
Meanwhile, what the hell's rushing that hammer? Which, you know what? It's a good idea because with only strength so far, no bombs. Bombs could just be hammer locked.
Yeah.
It's nice to get that.
Absolutely. And especially when you've got Nocturne and Prelude, I mean, your songs don't get much better than those two when it comes to actually like being able to do Skull Mask. So actually in a really good position here to be able to get that Skull Mask, get Hammer, and make Adult 2 more efficient.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and like Sponge picking up that magic, we might see Len's minigame pretty early.
I think we should.
Hey, nut upgrade on Richard. That is the dog that you pick up in Market. That's not a made-up name. The dog's actual name.
So you're gonna see people in chat posting left and right. Len's minigame has 5 different tiers of guessing left or right. Usually the guy is a dick and he scums you for your money, but with the Lens of Truth you can see which one's a key and which one's not. So, all of that to say, get your left and right predictions in chat. Do you think it's going to be left, right, or any other combination of left and rights?
I'm feeling all right.
I'm in all right with 1 left. So all right and then 1 left at the end.
Okay.
Ooh, it looks like somebody else agrees with you. And their name is gone even before I could read it.
Oh.
I know. Ginger Sunny. Oh my god. Slingshots. I buy slingshots in the background says left, right. Wait, what was it? Left, right. T, what do you got?
Left, right.
Left, right. Okay. Someone is going to be right here.
If any of us remember what exactly we were guessing.
I know, we don't even know if he's gonna do it in this like sequence of child. Yeah, you might I apologize if you hear some background voices, background commentary. Here with us also is T Grenadier and I Buy Slingshots. It is a watch party of the century. And by century, I mean like April 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? April 2022 century.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Yep.
And Sponge is playing Sun Song, so I am guessing we will see those night market checks.
Yeah, and I think that's the right play. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to be doing Skull Mask, or at least Keaton Mask. You're going to be starting off the Skull Mask. You can do down pay digging. You can do the skulls. You can do Richard the dog. You can do Lens minigame. And kind of really make this as efficient as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I was saying Sponge has a little bit better route with regards to items.
Oh, Minuet. Great
Ooh.
song.
Because it just means that Sponge can do more in his child one. Like, he can make his child one more efficient and save time. I don't think either of them have save quit in child, have they?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Sponge!
Sponge bailing on Len's minigame. Save your guesses. Try and remember what they are later.
So
they got Prelude though.
So the correct answer was don't do lens minigame. So congratulations to whoever
Abstained
predicted
from making
bailed. You were correct, chat.
There is Lullaby on the Saria song check in Sacred Forest Meadow.
Okay, so we don't actually know what Child Spawn is. And in all honesty, at this point, really the only two places that could save them time is anything in kind of the Lake Valley area or anything in the Zora area, because they have access to Minuet, which gets them to Kokiri Forest. They have access to Nocturne, and they have access to Prelude, and that's most of the child one that you want to be doing anyway.
Yep. And what the hell's opting to kind of rush that Requiem pickup? It does get you another song. It gets you another hint. Gives you some important information, like, is there anything waiting for us? It also means that lens is not required for crossing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
Sponge coming through.
It's clutch. So, Sponge taking us for a roller coaster of emotions here.
We've been on a lot of those today.
Yes to no to yes. Dear God.
We felt so bad. I had a flight delay and we got stuck in traffic and we're supposed to be on comms.
Yeah, we get in the car at 3:05 and it says predicted estimated time 1 hour and 57 minutes for a 90-minute drive.
We're like, oh.
We're like,
oh
shit.
No.
What the hell is showing off a very classic trick involving flame swords in order to get a little bit of extra time, or not time, the time is fixed, a little bit extra distance away from the torch so that way they have enough time to light the torch. Light the torch there, get themselves that without having to use a fire source.
And it is a big chest.
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
So, likely significant, honestly.
Likely. Yes. The two things about Bomb Bag that what the hell is fortunate about is that there are two more. So what the hell's gonna easily find one of those that's out of logic. And also, what the hell's is gonna be getting Hammer here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these bomb lock checks, what the hell's will still be able to do.
What was on
That
1500?
was 1500 is Mirror Shield.
Oh no, so that's a required horse wherever the horse is.
Yeah, so if Epona's is on all dungeons, or AD as we like to call it, Jabu and Force would be required this seed.
Yep. Sponge taking advantage of getting that bomb bag, grinding just a little bit of cash to go do Bombshoe Bowling.
Also, thank you, Soulblade, for gifting a tier 1 seer to DB. Welcome on in.
Oh, did they get the 1 in 32?
I think they did.
Nice. GG's.
So, yeah, no, at this point... Okay, so Bombshoe Bowling has something. Sponge is really gonna kind of advance their lead here.
Yeah, one of the big things to note, sometimes you might not even need a bomb bag, but if something's on Bombshoe Bowling, hard required.
Exactly.
Absolutely, there's no getting around it.
Yeah, because most of the time you can do the seed with bomb chews and be okay, especially with a wallet. You can buy bomb chews in the Haunted Wasteland from the carpet salesman. But yeah, Mel, you are absolutely right. Bomb chews are or bomb bag is hard required for those two checks. And Rob Draven, thank you so much for the Prime sub.
Nice. Welcome in. Enjoy the emotes. We get a lot of good ones.
They're pretty great emotes. Do you have a favorite emote? Go ahead and throw it in chat. Where's mine? I like these eyes.
It's so good. It's so versatile.
The vacant eyes. Yeah, I think Sponges is really nicely set up to do early for the early routing of the game. I'll go for it.
No, I was just agreeing.
Oftentimes, by the way, thank you, Velvet Blondie.
That's a great name. Is that like a red velvet, like blondie, like brownie?
And Emo gifting a sub to Yoshi. I think we've.
I think we got
achieved hype train.
Yeah.
Which I mean, if this race wasn't hype enough to begin with, the hype train will take that one step further.
Definitely. Baby Shark coming in with a 5-pack by the looks of it.
Yep, and I think that we had somebody right before that. Melrose resubbed with their Prime. Thank you so much, Melrose. And Tobias with a 5-pack.
Wow. Yep, the hype is strong for this match.
I mean,
sure.
Again, we don't need a hype train to tell us how hype this match is.
Yep. And we did get a red t-shirt off of Ocarina minigame.
FQ, thank you so much for the Prime sub. And Soulblade gifting another to Decker. Y'all are too nice. Y'all are great.
Oh! Half bomb bag.
Shit.
Okay, well, like we said, it's not the end of the world.
No.
But that is worrisome that, you know, Path Bomb Bag, a hammer and some chews will get you around that since Bomb Chew Bowling was nothing. But that does mean that all of the other bomb bags are bomb locked.
Correct.
Which is interesting because we have a Sphere Zero hammer.
Time to catch up a little bit. Shadow Sky, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Bacon Waffle, thank you so much for the gift sub. And Empress of Tomorrow, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Soulblade gifting another to VXR. Thank you so much. We don't even have time to talk about the seed here. Y'all are too nice.
So that
interesting.
That magic path possibly also converges with that bomb bag.
I think it does.
It's not even just you need magic to get into.
Yeah, because you need bombs to beat Shadow as well.
And a bow.
And ooh,
we like bows.
Also, check out this. Oh, no Sun Song. Oh, that's sad. I was gonna talk about how cool playing Sun Song is.
If Sponge is playing Sun Song, there he's doing the Valley Lake loop, and they don't want that. They don't want that.
Yeah. Yep. Adium Shadow, thank you so much for the gift sub. Yeah. No. Oh, and Jenny Bees, thank you so much for the gift sub. Yeah, no, there's God, like, yeah, oh, sorry, I just whacked the headphones. No, I just, like, in thinking about routing for what the hell's at this point, and really, where could those other bomb bags be?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, I mean, anywhere past, you know, the first few checks in Shadow, anywhere deeper into Fire than that lava room.
Yep, or GTG.
Yeah, GTG. There's a lot of places that you don't really think of as bomb locked, but
yeah,
they
you're
are.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. And this is actually a money play.
Yep.
Because what the hell's
What's that shield?
Yep, exactly.
We're not beating up the Wolfos today.
So the other question is, what the hell's probably goes up? Does Dips DC, Death Mountain Trail, Goron City, Peaks, Death Mountain Crater? I think. When does he go to Ice? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. ZL makes that pretty compelling.
And you've got a bottle.
You know it's a path. I wonder where our hookshot or hovers is, because we have the rest of the fire kit. We have a bow, we have a strength, we have bombs, we got a hammer. We can do fire, except for actual access.
What the hell's NA aim was pretty monka there.
Oh, I hate shooting games. I'm so bad at them.
And here's Sponge getting their hammer. I think Sponge is gonna try to consolidate their child route to this. If I was Sponge, you've got hammer, you've got bomb bag, you've got strength. So that's basically fire once you can get across. And also you've got the rest of DC to do. Like you've got enough to do.
Oh yeah, Sponge didn't finish DC. That makes sense.
Yeah, that you've gotta move. Sponge gotta hit domain 2. And it all just depends on how much Sponge wants to play aggressive. Like if Sponge just wants to go straight to Ice Cavern, he might just do that. Skip doing the child section, skip turning and letter.
What
just
was on
really
frogs?
push.
Frogs 2 dead. Cool. Thanks, chat. VXR always coming through on the hint info.
Virgil Dante, thank you so much for the sub. Oh, you know, Alfalfa's right. Alfalfa's right. I totally missed that there was a Zora's domain path hint.
Yes.
Yeah. No, if there's a domain path hint, you just count domain.
Definitely go do. Go do domain.
Yeah. Oh.
You've got letter. You don't even have to jump over KZ. You just get to walk right through and unfreeze him when you're done with ice.
Yeah. Yep. No, I was wrong. Absolutely, you want to push. You've got explosives. You've got ZL, and even if you didn't have ZL, having letter. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
I cannot read the username, but thank you, whoever donated the 100 bits.
Oh, I missed that. Renzo,
thank you.
Deadly Thunder with the sub. Thank you so much, y'all.
Nice. There's that magic for what the hells.
How's it going so far? I think Sponge has had just a little bit more efficient of a route simply by finding that magic early. By getting the magic led him to the bomb bag, and it's just kind of made his routing just a little bit slicker. And what the hell is just gonna have a lot of kind of back and forth if that ends up being his first magic or his first bomb bag. And Riley, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub and big. Is that big L rip or big I rip?
I don't know. Big rip.
Big rip. Big rip.
Biggie rip. Maybe.
Biggie rip.
Biggie rip.
Terribly sorry you have to put up with us for the next 2 hours.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm more suspicious. Like the peanut gallery here is being so quiet. Like
it's it's because the peanut gallery didn't pregame enough. Because we were stuck in the car for 2 hours. Give him time. Give him time. Oh, y'all, the hype train.
Yeah,
thank you
what
so
a cute
much.
emote. Look at that.
Oh, that is a cute. What is it?
I don't know. Squirrel?
It's a bear? Bears have wings? What?
Is it a dead squirrel?
I don't know. What is the half a circle that I...
What is it?
I don't know. God. Oh, it's a tail! Oh, that's cute.
Oh.
It's a squirrel holding a nut.
It is a squirrel with a nut and a tail.
So here's the problem. We're trying to do comms from the same laptop and the same microphone because somebody was supposed to take more time to set up the equipment today, and then somebody didn't have time to do so.
But we're blaming that on RandoBot too.
We are blaming that on RandoBot.
The RandoBot in this case happens to be airlines.
Oh. Okay, Sponge going in. Sponge kind of doing child cleanup. I would be interested to say that Sponge will probably save quit after this. We still don't know where the save spawn is, and if it's in the Zora area, you save a large amount of time.
Yeah, but Sponge hasn't picked up. I mean, I would think a Nocturne here to get that Requiem, see what song you get.
I could see that. Oh, he hasn't done that yet.
Yep.
Nope, that's really smart. That's really, really smart.
And then once you know what all of your options are, then you check.
Yep. Nope, I totally agree.
And what the hell is already going back, child? Let's hope he checks Len's minigame.
I think you almost certainly do.
Yep. That magic path is pretty easy to write off, as of course magic's required for Shadow Temple, but I don't think in a match like this, so hype so late in the season, you're not making risks like that.
And also having seen Market.
That's right.
Market leads to King Dodongo.
I forgot that he was the one who got that hint.
Because you know it's not going to be Bombchu Bowling.
Yeah.
That's nice. So what are you left with? Horseback archery and
You mean big pose?
did I say horseback archery? God, horseback archery is
We
another
already know
show.
we need that.
Already had too much alcohol.
Like 2 sips.
Big-
Sips, chat.
big pose, and lens minigame. And we are. I mean, we are in Epona's away, but Epona's is in. We know Epona's is in a rough location at this point, based off the songs that we've already gotten.
Yep.
So yeah, the odds of it being just here.
Yep. I'm keeping my all right.
4 rights and a left. Oh, hold on, somebody else said it already. Shit, 2 other people said it already.
Dang it, I'm out.
Fuck. Peanut gallery.
Blade.
It's
Ah.
they could just lie at the end of this.
Peanut Gallery's watching this and they were still too late. Jeez. Oh yeah, and here's Sponge. I like this. Sponge is
Yeah,
buying
buying
Bomb Chew so that
chews.
way they can do Child Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh.
As Heaps mentioned earlier, you can always buy bomb chews once you have your second wallet from the carpet salesman in the Haunted Wasteland. But when you have a bomb bag, you can buy them from the bomb chew shop.
Correct. And there's 3. There really are 3 objects as child that allow you to go ahead and do Child Spirit. You can either do it with a slingshot, you can either do it with a boomerang, or you can do it with bomb chews. Specifically talking about lowering that bridge down
Yep.
in order to obtain the chest. You can actually peek both without any items.
Yep.
Which is really cool in Chest Size Matches contents. However, to obtain it, you need one of those 3 items, and bomb chews count in this case.
Yep. Not in logic, but you can use them.
You think at this point we care about one another?
I think we care about logic. Because what if our ice cavern path is to our slingshot that also happens to be for spirit?
It's so cute, no. As for what Alfalfa's saying, there are 2 other switches that are notorious for being very difficult to hit with bombs. Adult Spirit, the switch there is one of them, as well as Jabu. The opening switch and Jabu can both be hit with a very, very well-timed bomb throw. However, the one here in Child Spirit cannot be hit with well-timed bomb throw.
But you can do the child climb room with just chews, and that setup is so satisfying to watch.
I
people do.
really hope Sponge does it.
Sponge pick up a 5-pack?
I think he bought a 5-pack.
So just enough.
Yep.
And there is a key.
And I think this is a Valley play.
Was that 40 dead or 20 dead? Words?
Yeah, who's tracking? 20.
20 dead, thank you.
Look, fam, everyone knows at this point that this is the reason why I don't track. Because my attention span is not good enough to be able to mark items for 3 hours. So instead I do commentary, because of course that's better.
No, this is a river play, okay.
You know, I'm still kind of shocked no one has shown us our child spawn.
I mean, when you got stuff to do and you don't really want to risk it, I get it.
Yeah.
So just a key on these 2 child-only checks in Spirit. That does mean logically, because the game does care about logic, even if we don't necessarily.
What you don't see is she's poking me right now.
Yep. As a reminder, a gentle reminder that logic is important.
Anyway, to your point.
The game expects you to have to do Child Spirit, and so Boomerang or Slingshot are relevant. And he's doing it!
Correct,
It's
correct.
So good.
Oh, I love this strategy.
Got one, got two, got three.
Ooh,
Clean.
it's clean as hell.
And just another small chest here.
Yeah, you know, there went all the chews, but in like the best way possible.
Yep. If you're gonna use a 5-pack of chews just because you don't want to find whatever ranged weapon you're supposed to be looking for. Ooh, big chest here in River. Colossus is foolish. That tracks.
Whoa. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
We got Serenade there.
Ooh.
FW and early magic. That's a good pickup.
With some great medallions to use it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
Big chest.
a very usable wind.
And
There's the domain.
yep.
In case you needed a
I
reminder.
suppose it's Pat's Baronade. We're likely to find our Boomerang here.
No, I thought it was Morpha.
Ah,
No, yeah, it's Morpha. It's Morpha.
Morpha.
See,
it was blue.
someone else is paying attention.
They're blue. They're both blue. Devs.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's go.
Screw the chicken. I have ZL.
Wait, is this AD? No.
We have Eponas on all dungeons, everyone. That means our stone dungeons are required today
Good
to get our mirror shield
Yep.
off horseback archery.
Yep. It is the only check in the game that truly requires the 3 stones to obtain. Which is why it's an always hint, because if you had to gamble that song, like gamble what the song was in addition to any checks that it might unlock, that would be hell on earth.
Yep. So, I think that's Emo sounding off in chat. Let's go, Habs. Saw that Sponge was fully displaying the salt earlier towards the Habs, and I am quite offended against the wild. There will be words. And 40, I think, is actually dead.
Now, did Sponge see a big chest here? Because I'm sure he peeked this.
You know, I feel like this is just a really hard chest to gauge, honestly.
I agree with you.
Of all of them, that's the one that I see people, like, peek, but then go after, even if it's small most.
Oh, I don't even peek that chest.
Well, exactly. There you go. It's not worth it.
It's
Just
not.
do it.
It's just...
You're either long shot locks or it's a big item or nothing. Like,
Yeah, and my bad eyes will be like, yeah, that's small.
that's small.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Right, Sponge doing Colossus Fairy, hasn't seen that foolish hint.
Yeah, so what the house is going to gain just a little bit of time on that by knowing that that's foolish. And I only mention that because this race is going to be already a very tight race. That it is going to come down to some of these small time saves that are going to make or break this race.
Yep. I'm not sure when Sponge saved in Spirit, if it was before or after the Chew use.
Probably after. Oh, straight. Oh, okay. Saved before the strength 2 chest, per the peanut gallery. Okay, T says save the key, and I trust T.
Yep.
T, don't lead me astray. Alrighty. Oh! Ooh!
What's spicy?
King Zora has the domain item.
Yeah. So... Oh. I just made myself sad thinking that perhaps the, No, it can't. It can't be path.
No. I really like what Riley's saying here. Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, bomb juice. Actually, you could. And also bomb bag. Riley had brought up the point that, if you are already there, going into Jabu and setting up for Aurora's Wind is actually it's a very critical time save in Child.
Yeah. And especially without a scale.
Mhm.
But without even being able to go in. You can use choose for that.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, you can go in. Yeah, you can go in. And for specifically for the reason that while it was like a stone with unknown importance, I think you'd have a hard time dipping it. But I think knowing that it is for sure 100% all dungeons.
Right. Which Hells does know.
And also finally, knowing that one of the great quality of life improvements from the randomizer is that Child and Adult have 2 separate Aurora's Winds, and they don't dispel when you age change, which is something that you might not be used to if you're only used to the vanilla game.
So nice.
Oh god, it's so nice.
That and quick boot swap.
So what you can do is you can set Aurora's Wind in Jabu, and it will stay in Jabu until you dispel it as a child. Even setting it as an adult or age changing won't dispel the child Aurora's Wind that you set. So it's only time saved for what the hell is to have gone in there and set Aurora's.
Yeah, especially having, like, you've got Requiem. You've got an easy dungeon to get back to.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, I agree. We're in for kind of a mystery as to what Ice could be. We're also missing some pretty key songs. Something like Saria's, something like Storms, God forbid, Song of Time. God forbid, Song of Time.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling like seeing Toilet and GTG Key Logic today.
Want to. Not for God, not for.
There's already gonna be just so much.
Yeah.
Ew, Ice for Sarias.
It's possible.
Anything is possible in
Oh no! Somebody pointing out that Sponge actually skipped the hint that says Ocarina of Time is a opponent's
That's
song.
right, it was the one right below.
Yeah. No, and we were talking about this on the drive that
we had so many things about Rando to talk about.
Yeah, and then we missed the first 5 minutes of the race!
Frantically trying to get here.
One of the concerns that we had about these runners is that, there's been so much hype built up towards this race that my concern is that in trying to go fast, one of these runners might start skipping, little things here and there whose little things might end up being incredibly detrimental.
Yeah, and we are running out of commonly checked hints. I don't believe we've seen Lake Lab. I don't think we have seen South Field, but that's three more hints runners tend to look at.
Yeah.
And the odds of one of them also being that Ocarina hint.
We haven't seen Fountain either. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Fountain. Yep.
So,
Point is, we're here to watch an exceptionally good race, and it will be that regardless. You just hope that it's not something like choosing to skip that hint that ends up being the difference, but that's the game.
I love you, what the hell was that setup? I mean, sure, what the hell?
Yeah.
The boomer strats are coming out.
I mean, at least he did the new domain strats and didn't revert to...
Yeah, thank God. What was it? Season 4 had said if he made
It's like halfway through, yeah.
grand finals that he would actually learn the fast strat for domain. Yeah, and Sponge doing exactly what we talked about earlier. Setting fours and Jabu, which will end up saving Sponge.
Time.
Yeah. I mean,
We're not
upwards,
sure how much time. Maybe
Depends.
there's a scale.
Yeah, I was about to say, depends on if they find scale or not. Or if the save quit's just in Zora's Fountain. Which is possible. We still don't know where Child's safe spawn is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason it can't be somewhere in the logic. I don't know if you've read that document about how spawns work.
No.
I believe that child spawning in Fountain is one of the it can't do that.
Oh.
things.
I just, I take the seeds as they come.
Because they need access to a shop to buy sticks and nuts.
No fountain spawns.
Chat's correcting whatever wrong thing I just said.
Yeah, no, this is why we have Alfalfa in chat. Alfalfa is the voice of logic and reason. And also Alexander Harold pointing out as well. No, and so I think this is where we're gonna get into some of the. I think once we're done with ice, I'm really interested to see where these runners go afterwards.
Yeah,
I
think the big thing, if there's a hook shot in ice, like, I think you're just chasing that hook shot.
Yeah, because at this point, what are we looking at? So we're looking at Zor's domain leads to Morpha, which I agree with you is a pretty high odd of being a hook shot. And then we also have Ice Cavern leading to Queen Goma, which could very easily be a Kokiri sword. So they could kind of have some pretty nice progression, kind of a pretty nice path after this, based off of what they find in going through and doing Ice Cavern.
I think it's like quite literally 50-50 and not even in the kind of like snarky it either is or it isn't 50-50 because you would need 2 hook shots, irons, tunic.
Yeah. Also, Sponge showing off getting big pose without Eponas.
Why the horse wouldn't necessarily be required if it were big pose hinted.
Very out of logic.
It's pretty close
very
to logic.
Cool though. Very cool.
It's pretty close to being in logic.
Is it?
We need a boomerang and a hook shot.
No, that's it?
That's it for the horse. That's it.
Oh.
That's all we need.
That's not bad. Never mind. Yeah, that is a lot closer than I thought it was. I always think that 80 is like 2 hours away. I'm like, 80's forever away. It's fine.
Nah, I think this is going to be one of those like quick 80s, like 230 80.
You know what we haven't found a path hint for is Twin Roba. Unless we did, and I'm wrong. Hold on. Fuck, we did. Goron City.
That apparently happened in the first 2 minutes while we were
I claim that I was driving and that the safety of everyone was more important than seeing that hint.
It's true. I am glad that I am alive.
Barely.
Alright, what the hell's... Looks to be heading back up to finish off to Dongo's. Probably just gonna go into ice from there.
Yeah, and really got the high five going on here, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's good that we didn't set up drinking game rules.
I'm really glad we didn't.
I was like, what if we do it every time they high five or they're in sync? Like, ooh. That is a bet against my liver. You just pick up, grabbing a rock. Just grabbing a rock. Do you auto collect hearts? Excuse me? If you carry that rock in like that, do you auto collect hearts that it drops?
I think so.
I think that's what just happened.
gotta try that. I love learning new stuff like this. So what I was gonna say is, no. I mean, very much convergence. They have all the same items. Only difference is I think skulls, and that's it, which isn't actually gonna make a difference. Sponge has the Forest Wind and Jabu. Sponge has the Bean Planted. Both of those things are going to make his trek out just a little bit more efficient in the Zor's area,
and not wasting any time heading to ice.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Which, expecting potentially finding Kokiri's sword here and expecting to find a hook shot. I think that's the play I would end up making, because you have Minuet. It's pretty easy to get back to Dodongo's whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
And it's quick, what's left.
Yeah, and if you get that hook shot, you can go ahead and go into fire. You can fire, end up back in Death Mountain Crater, go around, drop into Goron City, pop into DC.
Just give him a hint again, which is not surprising at all to not go after that hint at this point, but hopefully one of the fountain hints ends up paying off.
So here's the nice thing about Sponge's position. Even if Sponge never picks up that hint, never finds out that Epona's is on Ocarina of Time, Spirit isn't on the first 3 medallions. It's not Force, it's not Fire, it's not Water. So unless something is hiding on like Twin Rova or Mirror Shield or the Light Arrow cutscene, something that requires the Mirror Shield, Sponge could probably deduce that, okay, I know that I need to get Epona's. I've done the following song checks, and none of them had Epona's, including Ice. So what's left must be Epona's.
And that is DC done for What the Hells. That was a copy of our Ice Cavern hint there. I think people are doing copy pasta again.
If it's longer than a sentence, I've just stopped reading it. This is why we have T in the background. T is actually vetting all of your comments, feeding us the ones that are actually good that we should respond to. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have Wi-Fi. He's not doing any of that. Shit.
It's not true. You just gave me
Yeah, I couldn't really get a great glimpse. I wondered if it was arrows. I thought it might have been something like like the Goron sword. It was hard for me to tell. Hi, Silvers.
Strength 2.
Was that for Twin Rova?
That is a thing for Twin Rova. Goron City, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder what it is.
Frogs 2 hint again.
Nice.
Okay, but DMT is a path. I don't know if we've seen a Big Goron hint.
Big Goron can't be.
Big Goron can't be the path
there
hinted
it is.
item.
Now figured it out.
I knew that. I was getting to it.
Oh, never mind. Mel didn't figure it out. She's hitting me. Abuse. Sorry. Anyway, continue.
Breathing. Just because there is a required item does not necessarily mean that Big Goron can't also be something for Shadow. It won't be the hinted path item.
That's fair. Chet's also egging you on. They say hit me harder.
This is why we don't interrupt people, children.
T, what does that say?
What did it say? Is that another bottle up there? What's on Volcano? I know you won't read this, and I stopped reading.
That's where I got to. Alrighty. Yeah, haven't found a key item yet. We got one check, we got one song. Ice Cavern having the option of 4 different items, 1 key song. And at this point, we have Prelude and we have Saria's, so there is a possibility that there could be a required song. More than likely a required song.
Possibility.
Yep.
Just assume whenever you get a song location hinted as path, it's a song, and then be pleasantly surprised if it ends up being an item.
Yeah, or both.
Is it... What?
Look, I'm just really...
Irons? Is that what is on the volcano?
On the volcano? Oh.
I mean, it's not hovers, so we're fine, but... Imagine...
Huh.
Imagine it's Bolero here. You're logically required to plant beans to get...
I mean, I thought about it, that it very
That's
easily
gross.
could be Bolero here.
I just don't see how that could possibly lock. If those are irons and it's a tunic on King Zora, I think the runners might riot.
I think I would riot.
I think we would need to say, you know what, Randobot, try again. No.
You know, just restart the
Like,
race.
you know what, restart.
Yeah,
Then we can do this right from,
Yep.
you know, the 0 countdown and everything.
absolutely.
Oh,
we
slow-mo
are
that.
interestingly enough, we are quickly encroaching on the 1 hour mark and have 1 medallion shared between the 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think things will speed up in the 2nd hour here. Just very
Oh,
interesting.
big chest.
Ooh! Oh my god!
And it's storms. It's not Bolero, fortunately.
But you gotta like go to
Oh. No.
No!
Sponge.
Sponge!
Sponge, go back.
Sponge!
No.
No!
Sponge, no.
Oh,
K-
fuck.
Sponge KZ.
Oh, he just realized it.
Oh.
He just realized
Okay.
it. Oh, Sponge.
Oh, no.
That is a huge time loss.
So, as bad as it is to get back there as child without a scale, it's worse
Yeah.
as adult.
So, the reason why we're kind of losing our mind here, Zora's Domain was hinted as a path location from Morpha. And it looked like Sponge rushed it because he knew that, you know, not having a hook shot.
It's likely to be a hook shot in there.
Exactly. And also having already done Child Zora's Domain, knew that there wasn't an item there and had to be on King Zora. And probably just probably, honest to God, probably what happened is he picked up the slingshot, went,
Of course.
God damn
Picked up
it.
storms, which is even more like, okay, go child.
Go child, go and do well.
But even worse, that just feels so bad. At least you only have to go into the one room to get your blue. Oh, still has a blue fire
He still has
and
a blue fire.
everything.
He's
Great.
good. He's good. No, he's good. He's good. It is a little bit of a hike. I am just grateful that he remembered. I'm just very grateful he remembered.
Yeah.
It's time loss, but it is time loss that will not continue to build.
Yeah. It's not the worst thing that could have happened.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. In best case scenario, Sponge reads the hint. Ah! 3rd time's a charm!
Yes. Okay.
Yes! Alright, so
Good.
Sponge bailing
Works
on...
out for yeah.
Yeah, actually.
That's great. Yeah, that's amazing for Sponge. Like, you know what? That's
Wow.
what is that saying when you do something bad and something good comes of it?
Not my luck.
Happy 1 hour.
Yeah. No, I think Sponge honestly, if forgetting King Zora meant Sponge got that hint, that was about as best as it could have been for Sponge.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because that hint is so valuable in this seed.
And what the hell's grabbing double defense?
So proud of you, what the hell?
That's so good because you have explosives, you have chews. You can stop opening small chests now.
Yep.
And it was a hook shot, not too surprising. And Sponge going straight to Forest, knowing that it is required now.
Yep.
That also does mean that the other hookshot is likely to be a hookshot locked, but not necessarily. Both are required to beat Morpha, so it's kind of a toss-up whether or not.
So I think this race is actually fairly close right now. What the Hells has King Dodongo and Goron City ahead of Sponge.
Yep.
And Sponge has Ice Cavern and the hookshot on What the Hells.
And the FW in Jabu.
And the FW in Jabu. You'd almost say, for what it's worth. A.
No.
A.
I'm so mad about this.
T from the background just no.
Oh, how high is your like noise suppression?
I so apologize. Actually, no, I don't.
Oh, that's so good.
What did you miss?
Where's your beer?
It's up on the side.
Oh my god.
So what you missed is there's a hookshot on yeah, I guess if you are listening and you're not able to watch, there was a hookshot on King Zora. And now Sponge is in Forest Temple.
Yep, and our path to Queen Goma in Ice Cavern likely to be the slingshot. But we also got storms.
Yep. So possible storms. Oh no, sorry, you don't care about the race. You want to know about the drama going on in the background. Got it. Mel said it's for Roar's Wind or FW, and I said, so basically what you're saying is for what it's worth. And I thought I was being hilarious.
But the Peanut Gallery just said no.
No. I got outvoted 3-1.
Just straight up, like, capital N-O, no, with a period and everything.
My apologies if
No.
you're actually trying to watch the seed. As I'm just swiftly distracting you from it.
I mean, Sponge is in Forest, and it is not yet double Forest.
That's
so
correct.
Hasn't found anything yet, I believe. Yep, us monkey.
Haven't talked about any fun tricks or peaks yet.
No, but what the hell's is gonna show off the glitchless jumps, I assume. We did see them from Sponge, but oh, and missing the timing on grabbing that rupee. And says, nope, you know what? Once is enough. Ground jumps.
Full support of that.
Yep.
Peak coming up here from Sponge.
Small key.
Small key.
Must do.
Yep. Hook and drop.
So no hovers yet does mean that I pluraled the wrong word in that sentence.
And she's the librarian, folks.
Just means I like to read. It doesn't mean that I speak well.
That's fair. So what I was going to say there is that one of the things that we often talk about in Forest Temple is the requirement of hover boots. Hover boots can oftentimes be required for Forest Temple if you don't have enough keys, and accessing the Floor Master is required to get continued access in the Forest Temple. Looks like we've got more than enough keys though, so hover boots will not be required to beat this Forest Temple.
No. Which I guess tells us something about logic, but I feel like so rarely are the hover boots actually required. It's kind of like a little asterisk footnote kind of thing.
It's very asterisk until you
Until suddenly you're like,
why
can't I do forest?
Yeah. And then you just do the recoil anyway, because that's what you were going to do in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. What the hell is getting their slingshot?
Yeah, let's see if he actually remembers KZ.
Yep. So, just gonna make the jump. Woo! Just a little hop, skip, and jump.
Mm-hmm. Into the void.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of jokes I was gonna make there, but...
And Prelude was on Minuet, apparently. I think that's the other thing we missed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of recoil jump.
Oh, so good.
Love that. If you are going to do that recoil jump, though, my one recommendation is make sure that either you have not touched the blocks or that you push the blocks all the way. So the blocks will either resort back to their original position, or if you push it into their like little designated hole, they will stay there as you move between rooms. But if you push them halfway, they will reset. So just make sure that if you're going to waste time pushing blocks, that you just push them all the way.
Yep.
Save yourself time.
Yep. The devastation when you first make that mistake.
Mm-hmm. Didn't we mention we were going to finish off our drinks when Double Forest happened?
Did we? I'm game.
Yes, you did.
Also, I tried to get us to do happy 1 hour shout-outs. Heaps will have to type in the commands or someone else, but give these runners a follow if you haven't already. I imagine you all have, but what the hell's happened? The Salty Sponge. Thank you. Give our runners a follow. Our trackers today, I believe.
Oh, they just scrolled.
No! Trackers.
Baseball and
Ginger Sunny.
Yep. Apparently, Doc and I am Doc. Mel and I.
You're Doc, you're not Mel,
Yeah,
I'm Mel.
Mel and I are doing both tracking and comms.
Yeah, that's lies.
Which is why we're a hot mess right now.
I believe baseball is also race monitoring this seed, so thank you for pulling double duty, making this race happen, and for not pushing Sponge to start right away at the 40-minute mark, because that saved us a little.
We appreciate you. Oh.
And I believe Soulblade is our restreamer this evening, so thank you so much.
Yeah.
And another special shout out to Soulblade and Ginger for covering the intro for us.
Yeah, oh my god, thank you so much for saving our asses on that. That was huge. Just lots of clean movement right now going on. Which is kind of what we're going to be seeing for the next few minutes. We're going to see a really cool, I will say, when we get to Phantom Ganon, pay attention.
Yes.
We're going to be seeing some really cool Phantom Ganon strats. Especially, I know Sponge loves to do it. Some really, really cool strats.
Yeah, if you have ever had a really bad fight against Phantom Ganon, this might make you feel a little bad about that, but you know what? They have fought Phantom Ganon so many times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like a fine dance.
It is. Where Link does all the work and Phantom Ganon just dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
What would that be? Like salsa?
Oh, folks, Mel is being inappropriate again.
What?
Oh, wait, hold on, there's another slingshot.
All right, Storms.
Okay, well, it's well. Well. Yep, no, I think that is huge information.
Yep. And that is best case scenario.
It
These
really
runners
is.
don't want to be in a casino to find our butter knife. Like,
Yeah.
yep, that sling not being sling locked means we should be able to find a Storms locked Kokiri sword.
Yep.
Which is required because we do have closed Deku.
Yeah, so, Close Deku just means that Mido. So previous seasons have had Mido already shifted out of the way into Deku Tree. Last 2 seasons, though, has put Mido back in front of the Deku Tree. And he wants to make sure that you're truly ready to go to the Deku Tree. You know, you might have 5 medallions under your belt, but he really wants you to be ready.
Yep, really wants to make sure that you have that Deku Shield and the Kokiri Sword.
Exactly. So he will stand in your way. Nothing you can do. Well, nothing that these runners can do based off of this rule set.
Yeah. Every time we say something you can't do, there's always an asterisk of you probably can, but you'll get banned.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want this game. Probably shouldn't during this race, but you know, by and large, you can really. I mean, you pull up YouTube, and you can find people doing about everything in this game.
Mm-hmm. Does this have the traditional large chest here in the falling ceiling room? Yes.
It does. Alrighty.
But is it something exciting? A wallet?
Nope.
I mean, I guess that's a little exciting.
Is it?
No. Of course not.
I was more excited by second slingshot than I was by a wallet. If I'm being honest here.
I guess it tells us that Goron tunic, as we already knew, is useless.
Yeah. Yes. I have no other comment. FaZe, no. FaZe, you came in at the right time. Because in Double Forest, we learned that Slingshot is not the path item in Ice Cavern.
Yes.
Much to our chagrin. Thank you.
Yes.
We just really wanted to use the word chagrin.
Yeah.
Who's going insane faster, Mellodoc?
Yes.
By being drunk. No, we're... Comms will always have a level of sobriety.
I genuinely think it's probably the peanut gallery.
I think so.
Or Slingshots and tea in the background, having to like listen to this happen live.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're planning on it. Mel says we're not blaming you for anything. I say I'm planning on it. My apologies to What the Hell's in Sponge, who will watch this back and have to put up with this for a few hours.
Yeah. Sponge is already going to hear from me about the wild...
oh, yeah.
The wild file names.
For any of you who don't know, those are hockey team references that Sponge has been a little bit trolling on in the file names. So if you're not up to speed with your NHL, maybe unfamiliar with those file names, that is to say me. But that's why we have our...
You really struggled through the NHL acronym there.
Yeah. I really had to enunciate that.
The Habs are a nickname for What the Hell's favorite hockey team. And this season, he has also been on the Minnesota Wild bandwagon. So that's what Sponge was doing there. And there is Dins.
Oh, thank God. You know, I was getting worried that all these big chests were just going to be quasi-useless items.
See, that's one of the things I kind of love about chest size matches contents. Like, it's so exciting to see a big chest and very disappointing to not find the item you're looking for from a runner's perspective.
To find your third slingshot.
I guess as someone who's like adrenaline seeking, love it.
Yeah, no, somebody Sir's Business brought up in chat that good thing it's AD. And, you know, I think, no kidding, if Dins fires your second to last check in Forest, having to come here on a gamble would be terrible.
Yep.
Absolutely terrible.
And of course, that's always where those kinds of items end up. Either in the basement or on Phantom Ganon.
Here we go. Oh, no, sorry, one more. One more shot from Phantom Ganon. So if you're watching Sponge here on the side, watch this strat.
Yep. Gets in close for a nice quick reflection.
Gets the jump slash.
Oh.
Ah! You know what? We're gonna get into 2-cycle. It's
Yep.
okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, you said 2-cycle. This is technically 2-cycle.
Nah.
So what Sponge was attempting to do was just do a quick reflection. You trap Phantom Ganon there, and you just beat him instantly.
And the way that it works to stall him is that every time you shoot a projectile at him, he tries to reflect that projectile back. Ooh.
That's great for what the hells.
And so you can actually stun his position. So you knock him down, you jump slash him, crouch stab, and as he's floating up, you shoot him again, and that keeps his vertical position. And so you can then get another jump slash and keep up that cycle until he dies. Never having to do any tennis.
And Sponge taking advantage of the fact that you drop in front of Deku Tree to get another hint. It is one we already know, and one, I mean, they both already have Hammer, but...
Yeah, what are we really missing? We're missing some sometimes. Are we missing, what am I thinking of? Any
Big
Barons? Just a repeat of Goron.
Yep.
One sometimes, one foolish. Thanks, Frozen Phoenix.
Yep. And that's information you really want.
Yeah. I feel like we've seen that hint before, though.
Goron City.
Yeah, at least the
Yeah.
twins.
Yeah, we didn't see it, remember?
Oh, sorry. I'm talking about the global we, not
Yeah.
specifically Mel and I, who, again, we're
Yes,
you know,
we did know that was a path location. We got our strength 2 there.
Yep, the royal we. Exactly, Ginger Sunny, the royal we.
The royal we. Are we royalty now? We royalty?
No, God, no.
Royal we? Royalty? No?
No.
And it's not here.
No.
Lake is foolish.
Hey.
Is that?
We knew the lake was foolish. We knew that
Okay.
one. So, and isn't that, again, like, speaking of how slick this routing is for Sponge, grabs the string 2 from here, literally can go beat Fire, can go and grab Death Mountain Trail, Storm's Grotto, can go and grab Dodongo's Cavern, and at that point know whether they need to do Bottom of the Well or not.
Yep. And, I mean, honestly, that scale here almost eliminates whatever advantage Sponge had. They're both kind of on the same path here. They have the same information.
Yeah.
And that scale doesn't completely negate the Furor's Wind in Jabu that Sponge has, but it goes a long way.
Yep. Because at this point now, he can just play Serenade. Serenade to, Serenade scale into Zora's domain, grab the fish, go fountain. You maybe lost yourself a minute and change. And that's it.
Yeah, but what the hells has done some of these checks that Sponge is going to be doing now, I think this is really close.
I think so too.
Between Dodongos and these Goron City checks, I think that almost entirely evens out, honestly.
Yeah. I think we already knew this was going to be a close race, and I think it's just staying so.
Yeah, and they both want this win, not just because they want to continue in the tournament, but they've got that kind of that rivalry. I won't say they're nemesis.
They're rivals.
Rivals.
Yeah.
What is it? And no, not a nemesis.
They're amoebas, chat.
Well, let's think about the root of the word nemesis. No, I'm kidding. We're not going into that, chat. I will not bore you that way.
God, I still have no idea what's in the volcano.
I trust chat that it's
See,
irons.
they're royals.
They're royals.
They're royals.
But what about us? We'll never be royals.
No. Royals.
Yeah.
Sorry, the joke took me a second. Ah! My brain was still loading.
We'll never be royals.
DMCA.
Yeah, it's like or royalties because DMCA Monka. Song of Time.
Mm-hmm.
So if those are irons, I would say that starts getting a little scary because of we have no idea where our hovers are.
Yep.
Where's our bolero to plant our bean? If we can't find our irons or our hovers before the irons.
I mean, it would have to be on Prelude Song, right? At that point, because there's only so many songs left. Yeah.
Burning Cack.
No, because Fire Medallion's required. Oh, but hovers. Oh yeah. No, you're right. What the hell is just going for the classic strats?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, luckily, water is our useless medallion today. I say useless because it doesn't give you any items or songs after you get it. It's just something the game freely gives you in vanilla, which is why we start with a random dungeon reward at the start of this.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
The dungeon reward?
No, just the fact that I don't care about water. Could put that off as long as possible.
You don't even have to think about it.
Just, you know what? Procrastinate the hell out of it.
Yep. What the hell's not opting to go for those hints? He must feel pretty good about the information he has.
Going straight to fire at this point.
Yep.
Knowing that you don't have menu or Bolero and that you're probably not going to be getting Bolero for a while, you check the Storms Grotto here. You go ahead and check DMT Storms, and you just go straight to fire.
Yep.
Just knock it out.
And Stone of Agony.
Hey, Big Chest, how you doing?
It's an agony. Agony is in it.
Agony. Speaking of songs.
2 out of 5 meme percent.
So get your guesses in chat, Fire. How high up are we going to have to go in Fire Temple for the boss key?
You know, someone said Pierre was required before we were able to hop in. I missed why they were saying Pierre is required.
So, I mean, we're already seeing some good Pierre checks. We're seeing Hammer Chest. So Fire is always one of those interesting dungeons where you can kind of isolate it into segments, right? So you've got this early segment, which includes the first 5 chests, the 2 in the lowest loop, the 1 near the boss, as well as these 2 in kind of the main courtyard. And then you've got kind of the next level or so, including, you know, once you've thrown the bomb on the switch and gone up, you've got the lower maze, you've got the chute, you've got the upper maze and Pierre, and then you've just got, like, God, the worst part of
all
Fire
of Fire
Temple.
is the worst part.
Yeah.
Fire is my least favorite dungeon. I will always say that because it will always be true. Trash dungeon.
So you'll see a lot of people bail, like they'll kind of full clear whatever segment they're on, but they will usually bail once they're done with that segment and won't go on to kind of the next segment. Is pretty classic when you're watching Fire Temple. Though, that said, you know, there are certain runners, Cariosa being a classic example, who will go and, generally speaking, full clear Fire when they're in Fire. And oftentimes it pays out.
I mean, I guess you're already there, especially now with no Bolero. You have Furor's Wind, but you know you have other things that you would probably rather use that on. But I can see both these runners finding boss key and just kind of setting that.
Yep.
Like, you know what? I'll come back if I feel I want to come back. Or I'll dispel this if I feel like fire doesn't have what I want.
Yeah, great jump there from Sponge. Being able to set up a ground jump far enough away from the switch to be able to get the ground jump without actually activating the switch, and then being able to perform a ground jump while at the same time pulling out a bomb in order to get that one clean sweep. Also, great peek coming up here. One of the few gates that you want to open, even if it's a small chest, because you can peek up there.
Big chest.
Yep. So we're going to be seeing at least most of fire at this point. Even if this is boss key, I would be shocked if Sponge didn't come back and get that big chest.
I want to make sure they could see.
Oh, okay. We got a small key here.
Yeah. Also, Sponge with the nice rupees.
Oh, I do like that.
Just
You know,
coming through for chat on the rupee count. What the hell is falling a little short there?
Plus
Yep.
or minus 4.
We climbing.
Yeah.
No boss key yet means not only are we going after that big chest just because we know it's there.
Getting the 4's wind out.
Yep.
Just in case. Because we all
Yep.
have fallen here recently.
So many times.
It's just the worst.
And needed that bow.
Yep, bow, hard required. Alrighty, so we know that there is in fact a small key down on the kind of bombable floor when you get the Goron there. So we do know that this isn't Pierre locked. That said, boss key could still be in Pierre. Doesn't exclude that. Just means that we can do the last few rooms without actually having to do Pierre itself.
Oh, Pierre. What is a scarecrow doing in Fire Temple? Like, I understand this is not one of the fire rooms, but
Look, if we're cracking open questions about this game, I've got a few of them.
so many questions about this game. What is our big chest here?
Yay! Let's go.
So, big Goron sword doesn't necessarily give us anything extra, but it's nice to have.
It's nice as hell.
Especially if you notice, Sponge has only completed one dungeon. The earlier you find that in your dungeon progression, the better it is.
Not even a medallion dungeon.
Still required though, because as a reminder, horseback archery holds our mirror shield.
Correct. In such a lovely sometimes.
Sponge possibly saying, I don't want to do
Nope.
fire right now.
Doesn't want to climb. It's faster to step forwards.
Yeah.
No. This is an I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Ooh. No. Oh, in case it's Pierre.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
No, Sponge is just being smarter than comms.
Yep.
Yep.
As I said in the commentary channel yesterday, I am much better at talking about OoTR than I am playing or routing it, and there's a reason for that. Wow, you're not even gonna try and say that I'm like okay at the game.
This is comparing against what the hell's in Sponge. I don't even compare against these two, and I was in this tournament.
Yes, Heaps, one of our top 64 runners, bringing you the actual info on the game today.
Am I?
Maybe?
Really cool walk you're gonna see here.
That's
Bypassing the
so
hitbox.
nice.
So nice, and also, if you look straight across the way, that door there requires a key. And so you get away with only having 6 keys versus using 7. There are 8 keys in Fire total. One of the key doors was removed, specifically the one as you go into the hammer loop at the very beginning.
Yep.
The one behind that hammer pillar was removed.
Yep. And Bosky is here on highest Goron.
Oh, I'd bet on Mel too. God, don't get me wrong here. Like,
What? Why are we betting on me?
To beat me.
Oh, God, no. Absolutely not.
No, just because you'd resort to violence.
Oh, like physically beat you?
Yes.
Not like beat you in OoTR.
Just literally beating.
Literally. So let's see. How many keys does it take to get to highest score on? Ooh, sponge. What's the-
7. Yep. 7 or 6 plus hours.
Okay, so we had 7 keys, meaning there's 1 left.
Mhm.
Meaning if Bulb is randomly our spare key, we have 2 items remaining on Hammer Chest and Pierre, both of which are terrible to go back to.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. But again, Sponge set for Roar's there, so is in a little bit better position.
Yeah. Well, what the hell's hasn't been like to that room yet to set FW.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be surprised if we didn't see a similar play.
Well, and also the fact that Sponge committing to leave Furore's Wind and Fire means not having the availability to use Furore's Wind in other locations. So I don't know how long he's going to be willing to keep it in Fire Temple.
Yep.
Especially, if you're going to go and do something like Shadow, for example, where you can use it in
You don't have
the pot room.
hovers. You're not.
So, it's one of the things to think about is like setting Furore's Wind here doesn't mean that you're actually going to be keeping Furore's here long enough to come back and check these things.
Yep. So we are seeing what the hell set this. We'll see if we see the same thing that we saw from Sponge. Using it to get back up here a little faster, and then resetting it. And a wallet!
Wow.
Which, if we don't see a Zora tunic, coincidentally, could continue our potential domain path. Because even though the hookshot's required, our second wallet gets us a Zora tunic if Central Pillar is required.
No thanks. Hard pass. I think we're gonna have a sense of who's in the lead when we see who goes well first. Because at this point, Sponge, what the hell is gonna be finishing up Fire? Sponge is gonna go and do DC. And then they should both really kind of take off to bottom of the well afterwards.
Yep.
Is kind of their next best play.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see if What the Hells decides to do Hammer Chest while up here.
Yeah. No, I the thought crossed my mind as well.
I wasn't even paying attention to what Volvagia ended up being.
It was wallet. That's
Oh, that's right, the wallet.
Yeah.
That's why I said wallet. So one key, one wallet, or item.
One big Goron sword, one wallet. Oh, you're talking about left in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Yes, one key, one
item.
One key, one item.
We got there.
Is it? Hold on. No, it might just be 2 keys. They are missing 2 keys.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 2 keys. That's it.
Well, then screw that Furor's win.
Yeah, Fire's done. Fire's completely done. Oh, that's nice. And also not hovers locked.
Yep.
Therefore. So, Fire be done. Which,
what the hell's looks a little like surprised to see Boss Key there.
right? I mean, I would be too.
Oh.
And also, like, very rare to be walking out of Fire having not done all the checks and feel confident that you are done doing checks.
Oh, so nice.
It's amazing.
Reasons why Fire is terrible.
There's a myriad of reasons.
So many
I mean,
reasons.
just like,
It's just bad.
it's just bad.
Both of these runners, a little trouble with fire jumps today.
Yeah. You know, I cannot make comment on, small little mistricks here and there, because then I also look at how many times I bonk in a race.
No, it's one of those things where they make so few technical mistakes that you're like, oh, they're human.
It's weird to watch them be human.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great angle by Sponge there.
Mm-hmm. So Sponge has 3 chews left.
Mm-hmm.
And I would guess just does chew strats here.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he actually raised the elevator or not, but looks like chews.
Whether or not it's faster. Just don't take the ladder.
Anytime you're wondering why, because it's faster.
Because it's faster.
See that other chew going up?
There it is.
I think one of the weirdest things about this game and its coding is the explosion thing where, like, you shouldn't be facing away from it or it won't trigger. Like, what is that? Are you serious?
Right?
Why?
Except for the one door, except for the one bombable wall in Shadow Temple.
Yup. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That will explode.
That wall you can do whatever the hell you want.
But the number of times I have dropped a bomb in one of Dodongo's eyes and it's like...
Yep.
No.
What the hell? It's getting a nice clean.
Yep. Very clean.
One cycle there. And what was really nice is watching them do different strats.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's doing the bomb strats, Sponge doing the chew strats.
Yep.
Both of which targeting that hitbox from the initial cutscene to save themselves the time of Volvagia flying up and back down.
Yeah, and I mean, both of them have Big Goron Sword, which minimizes the number of chews you need to use, which I'm guessing is why Sponge did that strat.
Yeah.
You need 5 instead of 7? Is that?
With Big Goron, you need 7 instead of 9.
Instead of 9.
Yep, it's normally 9 chews, you can do it in 7.
Yeah.
With Big Goron.
I got there, 2 less, right?
Yeah, with bombs, it's 5 bombs instead of 7.
7, yeah.
Yep. Had to remember.
We got there. So, they're fairly neck and neck now as far as what they've done. What the hell's doing a shadow dip by the looks of it?
Sure.
I mean, it's 2 checks. You gotta do it anyway. Why not?
Yeah. I'm surprised. What the hell's... No, wait, what the hell's already did the DM Death Mountain Crater, Death Mountain Trail loop?
Yes.
I think.
Yep.
Just didn't do Fairy. The Death Mountain Crater Fairy. Did he do Death Mountain Crater Fairy?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's already done the loop.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the caveat of that Furor's Wind, which
That's
the
fair.
scale helps with, but I think they're almost, like, literally dead even.
They're within 30 seconds of each
Yeah.
other. Easily. Yeah, and I'm not opposed to this dip. I don't think I'd personally do it, knowing that bottom of the well is so valuable at this point.
Yeah. But, oh.
And of course I'm gonna be wrong. Of course.
No, it's fine. Just a bottle.
I was like, the what the hell's plot armor?
Yep.
It was about to kick in,
Bugs.
and it was gonna be hovers. And
It was not hovers.
It was not hovers.
It was not hovers.
Your emotional support bugs.
But you know what?
Oh my God.
The point is, what the hell's isn't losing any time here? Like,
No.
you need to do these checks eventually anyway. You've got Nocturne and Prelude. It costs you nothing to just do these now.
Yeah. Get the key.
Yep.
Get on out of there. Play your prelude.
Mm-hmm. And... oh, that's right. Sure.
Dip spirit? Cool. You know, it is... I will say this. There's something to be said about dipping your required dungeons.
Yep.
Pushing progression is always... I can never fault pushing progression.
Yep.
While I think I would be more inclined personally to do what Sponge is doing.
Okay. So that Furor's Wind, though, in Fire is useless now.
Correct.
So what the hells can literally do the climb here, get up to the top, set FW up there, and come back with that mirror shield.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Absolutely. And probably what he's gonna end up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly it's just different styles.
Yep.
And I think that honestly is what has brought these two runners to where they're at. I think What the Hells has always been very good at seeing progression and pushing progression.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Sponge has always been really good at kind of knowing, like, what is my next step?
Yeah. Oh, that's true, Inko. Furor's Wind in GTD is really nice because you do have Requiem to get back here easy.
Yeah.
It's just without that mirror shield, how far do you want to go?
Yeah.
In spirit.
It's true. It's true.
And you know where it is, so you're just looking for you just want your boomerang.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if GTG actually has something.
Yeah.
And if so, if they choose to do it in their first go around.
Yeah.
Or if they have to come back.
Yep. And where that boomerang is, like, right now, given what we've seen, this divergence between adult and child could make the difference.
Mm-hmm.
If that boomerang is in adult here, that gives What the Hell's a major advantage over Sponge, and vice versa. If that boomerang is in bottom of the well, that gives Sponge just that much more time to pull ahead.
Yeah. Well, and I think that might be one of the things that What the Hell's is doing right now is, you know, you save time by minimizing age changes.
Yep.
So maximizing your adult while as adult, maximizing your child while as child, while also not doing unnecessary checks in the process is definitely something that is very strong of these runners.
Oh!
Ooh, or it's just there.
Or boomerang's just here in bottom of the well.
Yeah, interesting.
I did not speak that into existence. I did not.
Oh, and chat pointing out, he has Furor's Wind set in Jabu, so the second he's done with bottom of the well, that's a Furor's Wind.
Yep, FW out.
It's not even a song.
Nope.
That's going to save Sponge even more time than what I initially thought was going to be saved by Sponge.
And then you can just go play Serenade, pick up your horse. And you are potentially done with Child, depending on if our Kokiri sword is here in the well or in Jabu.
Yeah.
Or in Frog's one. I don't think that was hinted.
Or Frog's one. Or somewhere that's in, deepest spirit, or anything that is spirit locked. So, for example, Temple of Time. Yeah, Temple of Time, lateral cutscene, which requires the Shadow Medallion and Spirit Medallion, which just so happens to be Shadow and Spirit, respectively.
Our Zora's unit. Our wallets mean nothing.
Oh, come on, dude. You got one job, and that's to hit the switch. That's it. That's literally your only job.
Did Hell's Peak that mirror lock chest?
That one?
Yeah.
No. Is there a peak for that?
You just roll into the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Gold scale.
Ooh, hi. What? Oh.
Hovers.
Oh!
Okay.
Hello. So, continued divergence is going to be happening.
Yep, I think so. That opens up way too much.
Yeah.
Link is foolish, so we know that gold scale isn't required for lab dive or anything.
Nope.
And there's boss key.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Alfalfa. Like, 100%. You're already adult. You've got everything you need.
Just go do, you go do Shadow.
Oh, God, 100%.
It's nice to get it out of the way because it's a very long dungeon. And it's a lot of checks.
It's a lot of checks. Absolutely. And I agree with you. I think he is hoping for Boomerang at this point.
Yeah.
To just really make his child segment as Gucci as possible.
Yep. This is kind of bad for him, though, I would say, because that's progression just on the way for Sponge.
Exactly. Sponge is going to have Mirror Shield by the time he comes here.
Yep.
So he's just going to pick that up and then immediately just go do Shadow and lose no time to that.
Yep.
So Sponge is... I think that was big.
Oh.
I couldn't see.
Coincidentally, it was a big chest in bottom of the well that sent what the hell's happened down to the lower bracket here.
Sticks. More sticks.
More
Yep.
sticks.
So the minimum amount of sticks that are required to beat Jabu, without a Kokiri sword, and without other shenanigans. So you can, and I'll get to this in my explanation, is 4 sticks. 4 sticks, 1 for the Big Octo, 3 for Baronade itself.
Yep.
That said, you can technically do it on 3, because you can get that last hit by throwing a pot. You can technically do it on 2 if you're really good with those pots.
That's right.
But most people will do it on 4.
Yeah. And fortunately, having Boomerang and Slingshot and Bombs going into here, like, 4 is the max you're gonna need, especially for these runners.
Exactly.
Me, I need like 8.
Exactly.
I just break them on random things.
I thought you were talking about the Stinger room. I didn't know you were just talking about being bad.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking about Stinger Room, but I was just saying, like, yeah, 4. 4 is good.
4. A time that Chest Size Matches contents pays out in spades is that check right there. What the Hells can see that it's a small item and not even have to go and collect the silver rupees. Can just go ahead and peek it and get right on out of there, saving himself about a minute.
Yep. And yeah, Inko kind of pointing out what the Hells kind of needs Long Shot to be a little off of a path here. That's not saying... We are not saying that this is over, just that finding that Boomerang in bottom of the well, even though that's likely what the Hell's next move, it does give Sponge an advantage here, because that does mean just 1 trip out to Spirit Temple, and knowing that a gold scale and hovers are along the way just means that progression is easier to find. However, if Sponge did skip a big chest following a Path Storms, that could be bad.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Well, and then the other question is, we know that Song of Storms has to lead to Kokiri Sword.
Yes.
Cannot lead to Slingshot. And there is no other item that is available that would make Queen Goma more accessible. And so it could be the Boomerang, which could just mean Jabu. It could mean all dungeons for Ponas. Or it could mean, something behind Spirit, Mirror Shield kind of esque thing. Could mean anything in GGG. Or it could just be Frogs 1. It could just be there.
Yeah, I mean, Epona's, as far as we know currently, and there is a Long Shot.
Ooh.
So either way, our Boomerang blocks our access to GTG.
Correct. In either instance. Yeah, very fair point. So the Long Shot was not out of the way. And we are Kokiri Sword from Gomo, basically. There is a small chance. So right now, What the Hells has Gold Scale. And we know Sponge is going to be picking up Gold Scale as well, given where the hovers are. He's not going to skip that chest. Yep. So, given that, as long as Water Temple Boss Key is not in Central Pillar,
Yep.
the only location that cannot be reached by Gold Scale using tricks, etc., they're basically Kokiri Sword from done.
Yep. And, I mean, we have access to Bolero now. I mean, once we find that Kokiri Sword.
What the hell?
Oh, another big chest here.
Ah!
Sure.
Boo!
We like ice arrows. Come on. Ice arrows in Breath of the Wild are the most OP thing.
So remember how we were talking about Flora's Wind? An instance where you're gonna see that what the hell's is gonna lose just a little bit of time by having that Flora's Wind set in Spirit Temple versus having it available in pocket to be able to use in locations like this, and also having that one arrow is a little bit unfortunate. So, and just something to point out here. So you're going to notice that this boss key has a big chest. What the hell's, despite being able to, well, so in Shadow Temple, that ledge is not accessible from being on top of a small chest, but being on top of a big chest, it is accessible to jump and grab that ledge. As a community, we decided that we didn't want it to come down to luck.
Like, why are we talking about this? We don't do it.
Yeah, we don't do it, but this is why. As a community, we decided that we didn't want it to come down to luck, whether you could beat Shadow Temple without a hook shot. And so the decision was made that that would not be allowed if that was a big chest to be able to jump up without a hook shot.
Yep.
But it is possible with a big chest. You just backflip on top of the big chest and then run and grab the ledge. Just don't do it. You will get disqualified. That's all. That's it. That's the whole point, Mel. That's it. I'm done.
The whole point is to tell you something not to do, even though the runner didn't do it.
I know, but it's fun.
But
Look, I like a little bit of anarchy in my life.
that's fair.
Just a little bit to keep it interesting.
So Jabu has 4 items. We have seen 2 major items in the first 3.
Also, the slide is my best friend. Where you're constantly shielding, so you're taking damage, so your damage recoiling, and then you just take damage again, and you just get slid along that spike pathway.
Yeah, exactly. You want to talk about fire arrow entry now too?
So, using a select set of backflips and side hops and precise angle shots, you can get into Shadow Temple with fire arrows only and 1 upgrade of magic, but don't do it, Mel.
Yeah, more things that are not allowed in this tournament.
Real pros to ice arrow entry.
Ooh,
I
Sponge missing box skip on her first try there.
was gonna tell Josie where the ring was, but then I read the second half that they're on mute, so it wouldn't have done us any good.
Yeah, if someone in chat could please answer that question for us.
Josie, they're in Water Temple. They're in Water Temple, Josie.
Speaking louder does not.
Water
change the muted.
Temple.
Keeps, please.
Do you think they heard me?
No. I think they were very clear. They can't hear us.
Obviously. Alrighty.
Oh.
Yelling router overwrites mute.
Imagine that as a Discord setting. If someone's yelling at you all of a sudden. Oh, very nice barricade.
Hover boots were in the invisible chest in the hallway on the way to the Iron Knuckle in Adult Shadow. Adult Spirit. Spirit.
That was nice.
That was
great Baronade.
very slick.
Now, will Baronade have another big item?
God, if it has Kokiri Sword,
That's nuts.
that's it.
And
Ah,
no
it wasn't
Bloopy.
it.
So we will probably see Sponge go do Frogs 1.
Yep. Or if they're feeling extra greedy, just go straight to GGG.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, the boomerang locking the horse and...
This is a prelude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure is.
And understandably
Yeah,
so.
totally fair.
You're hoping that something along
Yeah.
the path is gonna...
And remembering to pick up the song.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, why is he playing Serenade? What?
The whole reason we did Jabu. The little horse.
That was for the long shot.
We didn't know that it was for the long shot.
Sorry.
We know now that it's also for the long shot. And whatever other item we have.
Great fun little strat. I just like talking about little strats when I have a chance. What the hell's shooting the bombs from afar and then side hopping next to the door means that he actually avoids out during the cutscene and skips the entire cutscene of that statue falling down, saving just a little bit of time.
A little faster.
It's great.
So if Kokiri Sword is on Frogs 1, I think that's big for What the Hells. Knowing that progression is all along the way. Oh, he has a scale though now.
Yeah.
He's not hiking upriver. For mind.
Yeah. Yeah. He could... Yeah, no, Serenade and Scale. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And Minuet and Scale, like, either way.
Yep.
But maybe you do your Frogs 1 anyway.
Oh! Well, I guess Big Goron Sword. Oh. I'll be a little bit less excited. One cycle on Bongo Bongo.
Yeah.
The timing was great. He could have gotten the one cycle even if he had Master Sword at that point.
Yep.
Much easier with Big Goron Sword. You can just spam the crouch stab button and you get it. It's really free. With Master Sword, there is a timing to make sure that you're continually stun locking Bongo Bongo.
Yep.
To get that one cycle.
So Sponge is going to be reversing across the wasteland here to go do GTG. This is not in logic though. So when we say that Boomerang locked our access to GTG, it's because Longshot and Epona are the only ways the game accepts.
Yeah. Yeah. Breaking into GTG from the back door. Not in logic, but they're going to do it anyway because it is technically faster than playing Serenade or riding from Prelude.
Yep. And we will see Haunted Wasteland as well.
Yeah. One extra check along the way.
Yeah.
Why not?
Very nice.
Love that. Yeah, and you know, Alfalfa to that point, you know, Sponge is going to have the availability to drop for Roar's Wind and go straight to Spirit.
Yep.
Something that What the Hell is not in a position to do.
Yep. And What the Hell's Child again. And playing Nocturne, so we'll be
Ooh!
Yeah, magic locked magic.
Well, that explains the path in.
Yeah. So that magic is magic locked. Hard magic locked.
Very hard magic locked.
You have no other way of lighting those torches.
No.
Except with magic and a fire source.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it was in Shadow.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, I love what Sponge did. So if you, as you're climbing up and out of that Haunted Wasteland little well area, you dip back down and climb back up, it confuses what layers should be on the screen.
Yep.
And it just makes those pop like glow sticks.
Yep.
And it's so great.
Long shotting across. All right, What the Hell is going into... Well, I guess we'll find out if there is another big chest down there that Sponge missed.
Yeah.
If it is Kokiri Sword down here. And again, if it is on Frogs 1 and What the Hells finds it in one of those two places, that changes drastically kind of what we're seeing. Having finished all of Shadow, it's not like Sponge has a huge time advantage in any way, but like you keep saying, it's just been a little more efficient in the routing, and it's kind of adding up over time.
Yep.
But Shadow is a long dungeon. You got to do all of it.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. We're really not gonna get them syncing up for a while, just because of the routes that they took.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna know kind of who's truly in the lead until pretty late in this race.
Yep.
Though if I was to make a prediction, I think Sponge is just ever so slightly in the lead.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have single dip Shadow,
Yep.
saving 30 seconds. Single dip Spirit, having Furoras for Shadow, having had Furoras in Jabu. Like, I think those little time saves are just gonna be adding up for Sponge's behalf.
Rip.
We're gonna be figuring out. Oh nope, we're back.
We're back. Never mind.
Capture card. No one panic. No one panic. Alrighty. Somebody posted in chat. Follow the runners. We got what the hell's Senor Blue Screen himself. We got the Salty Sponge. We got our trackers, Baseball and Ginger Sunny. And we got the comms here. We got Mel off to my left.
Hey.
And myself, Doc Heaps.
And Soulblade, restreaming.
And Soulblade.
Making sure this entire stream is not broken.
Never panic. Never. I wasn't at all panicked for the last for the previous 2 hours getting into comms here. Not at all.
I think everyone is over it for the most part. We can.
I think 90% of the people even forgot that happened.
Yeah. Yep. So once again, also thank you to Ginger Sunny and Soulblade for filling in at the start there. So sorry that we screwed that up. Oops. And checking the lobby quick here.
Yeah. I wonder if you just go 4 hours.
Yep. I would be surprised if you did beyond the lobby. Makes sense. You're still looking for, those hovers. Continuing, I guess.
Is this interesting?
Yeah.
Of the 3 directions, this is the direction I would not have picked.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because you have all of Spirit available, and we know that will also lead to the hover boots. There is Boomerang.
Sure. Sure, Sponge.
Following that Boomerang.
Sure.
So it is Storm's path for Boomerang for GTG access for our Kokiri sword.
Sure.
Wow.
Sure, Sponge.
All right. Well, Sponge will be in go mode shortly, and
remember how I said that was of the 3 directions, that was the one that I would not have picked?
Yep.
Obviously, I would have lost.
Yep. And what the hell's playing Minuet here? Oh, target in the woods. Fairy?
No, you're gonna fish.
Oh, yes.
There's a grotto.
That's right.
You're gonna grab the grotto in Lost Woods.
Yeah.
Grab the fish
Yep. There is a fish there. You right.
Yep. And it's a great one. Love this fish. It's the best fish.
Best fish.
Worst Wolfos.
What's the best fish? I like yellowfin, like yellowtail. That's fine.
I grew up with like rainbow trout.
Oh, sure.
But I do like to eat salmon.
Salmon's great.
Salmon's great.
Okay. I get the feeling what the hell's is a little off now.
Yeah.
Really worried about finding that Boomerang in well and not the Kokiri sword.
Yep. And the problem is that Sponge is literally a direct line at this point to the finish. Still has 4 dungeons left. However, already has long shot and long shot. We'll be getting gold scale for water. We'll be getting hovers for shadow.
Yep.
Has Kokiri's sword. And then yeah, that's his 4 dungeons. Like it's literally everything else is just on the way.
Yep. Yep. Well, Hells has just a little more trekking he will need to do, but he stays on the right path. But God, like you were saying, why would you go to the Stelphos room?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Hells has even less reason to go.
Yeah.
Knowing that he's already got hovers, already got Shadow done. Having all of Shadow completed and having most of Adult Spirit done, this is still much closer than it looks. But it's not looking great.
It's not looking great. No. If you were rooting for what the hells, this is still possible. Anything is still possible until the dot duns come in.
Yep.
Absolutely. But Sponge is on a roll that will just continue to gather more momentum.
Yep.
Over the next, 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, and he'll also have a go mode Shadow ahead of him.
Yep.
I don't think it was go modable, but that saves you just, another 30, 45 seconds.
And again, having Furor's Wind available just makes things a little bit more efficient. So, yeah, I think I agree with Chat. This is just going to come down to execution.
Yep. And I mean, we couldn't ask for a better execution-based race, to be totally honest. I know some people don't particularly enjoy all dungeon seeds because they think it takes away some of the decision making, but we're seeing that's not the case.
And honestly, if you're Sponge, what a better hallway to walk into,
right?
Than the last 2 items that you're missing.
2 big chests. Yeah.
Like, oh, there's my gold scale.
Yeah.
Oh, there's my hover boots.
Yep.
Well, I'm done.
Yep, and even if you need those irons, you're fine. You've got hovers now.
Yep.
We don't need beans. We don't need Bolero.
Yeah.
There is boss key for Sponge.
At this point, though, I would be shocked if they go to get iron boots.
Oh, yeah.
Without Bolero?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't.
if I had Bolero, maybe I'd consider it.
Yeah.
Without Bolero, no way in hell.
Yeah. I mean, I can see maybe thinking I don't want to leave water. So just get all your tools.
Yeah, I think when you're playing against somebody like What the Hells, playing Minuet, hiking out there could be the difference between a win and a loss.
Yep.
Doesn't seem like much time,
Yeah.
but it could make the difference. And
Yeah.
also,
But like we're seeing here, we're literally counting seconds.
Yeah.
This could be 90 seconds apart at the end of it.
Absolutely.
It could be 5 seconds apart.
Yeah, we have no idea until it's done.
Yep.
So fun little trick there that you saw Sponge do. On those pushable mirrors there, if you press either the A button or the up button for a single frame, one whole frame.
I know. Frame perfect tricks kill me.
Just a little tapsies, just a little quick little kiss, right?
Yep.
Kiss of the button. You can start moving and still have that mirror be rotating, which is lovely.
Blow yourself up with a bomb, but that's slower.
So I will say, having What the Hells have done all the storms checks,
Yep.
having done now Jabu, finding long shot, I would be surprised if What the Hells also didn't do GGG.
Yeah.
Like, you've dipped basically all of Spirit. You didn't find Kokiri's sword. You've done all of your Storms checks. Didn't find Kokiri's sword.
Yep.
But you did find a boomerang, which
Yep.
gave you GTG access. And, oh, wait, also GTG access.
Oh, and right, GTG access.
Right.
And you're going there for sure anyway to get your mirror shield.
Yeah. I would be surprised. He might do, you know, right
Also-
first or might peek center, you know, who knows, but
Yeah, he can use FW in there to get back to Spirit.
yes,
So.
correct. Which is going to save him some time.
Yep.
And also, knowing that you're in, you know, go mode means you don't need to drop back down and do your mirror shield locked check.
Yep.
And you can just go straight to pushing the
Yep.
actual mirror and be on your way.
Yep.
I love that trick. It's so fun. What Sponge did there is he jump slashed off the platform. Why? Well, here he is, right back up there. No time lost. Just swaggy as hell.
It's just for fun.
Yeah. And also the hookshot strat that saves you maybe a combined total of 1 second. But it does. It technically is a time save.
And Twin Rova down. I think the worst part about that Kokiri sword location is there's not even any getting around it age change wise. Unless you went to GTG before. Which, why would you, knowing that you've got a mirror shield there behind your stone dungeons?
Yeah, right?
Like,
knowing that you need opponents anyway. Oh, Alfalfa, I am 1000% with you. I always jump slash before phase 2. Mostly because I'm too anoneurotic and I have this lingering fear that I didn't set it and it's gonna force me to do 12 crouch stabs instead of 6, and I'm just screwed.
and you're like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Alright, and Sponge setting up for gold scale entry into water.
Yeah, find out now if you need iron boots. Route it in when you go do shadow if you need to.
Yeah.
Not opposed to this.
Nope. And what the hell's beating the big Octo there? Heading to Baronade.
Hate this room.
Yeah, this is the worst room in the entire game.
This is like top 3 worst rooms in the game.
Yeah.
Bar none.
Like, who said
Sponge setting up for iron boots?
Sponge, please? That's yep. There you go.
Alrighty.
Hookshot the torch.
Someone said in chat, get your bets, and there are 10 places where boss key could be. 6 small keys, 4 items.
Yeah, that's 10.
1, 2, 3.
That's 10.
No, but I'm trying to think if that counts Morpha. Yeah, that counts Morpha.
Yeah.
Boss key can't be on Morpha though. No.
So it's 9.
Yeah, that's why I said it, I had to like think about it for a second. It's 1 through 9.
Yeah. It doesn't change the counts at all. It's still 6 potential keys and 4 potential items.
Yes. But if we're looking for like, where could boss key be 1 through 9?
Yeah.
Don't pick 10.
Don't pick 10.
I mean, you're welcome to pick 10. No one's stopping you from picking 10. Drunas picks 11. Like, again, no one's stopping you. But if you picked 1, you're incorrect.
Is
so.
11 shoot the stun? Because that's foolish. Just a reminder.
I mean, and also, like, let's be real here. It is basically check number 11 of Water Temple.
Yeah. And that is Baronade and Jabu done for What the Hells, who will be going on to pick up the horse.
Yep.
And then it's really just going to come down to, does he go do Stelfos room or not? Honestly,
Yeah.
I do think this is close enough with that Shadow Temple done that it's just going to be that decision.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
What is this? Another slingshot?
I mean, we don't care, but ooh.
What is it?
I want to know.
And that is slingshot percent, everyone.
God. Mel just calling it way out in left field.
Well, I mean, what's left? Another bow?
Yeah.
Fire
strength
arrows?
3.
Nehru's? Wait.
Platinum scale?
Platinum scale. You get 5,000 dives for that one.
Yeah. But if you fly, it's worth double dives. Great jump.
Yep, great jump.
You can also eyeball that. I used to be of the eyeball crew. The setup, though, is just so much more consistent.
Reckless.
It lived on the edge. I was a C-upper.
C-upper sounds like some kind of, like, drug. Like, honestly, it does. And I think that tracks with this community in this game.
Apologize for my co-commentator. She knows not what she says.
All I know is every runner that has ever played this game says, I hate this game. This game is so dumb. And then they keep playing it.
Literally every week. Like, on the weekly.
Every time.
Every time I go, another
Small key. Ooh.
Alrighty, that's check number 5.
Yep. That is... And... I suppose, what the hell's already has Longshot and Gold Scale? Might be checking the same thing here.
Wait, there are 10 checks. There's 6 small keys, 4 items, and a boss key.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there is 10 plus.
Yeah.
Morpha.
Yep.
Yeah, so whoever bet 10 is much smarter than I am.
Yep. So Drew, who bet 11, was actually just trying to tell us there's 11.
I started counting and I was like, why does it feel like 1 through 10 is actually the right answer and that I'm being an idiot here? Because I forgot to count the boss key.
His boss key. Yep. We got there.
Yeah.
10 minutes later. All right. And so I think double water here is like the second time they've been in the same dungeon.
Which is honestly fascinating because they have been so divergent most of this race that it's been really fun to watch them almost kind of figure 8, right?
Yeah.
Started in the same location.
Oh,
Separated and converged, and what the hell's also thought he had iron boots.
I think the Tektite might have pushed what the hell's into the water, but yeah, also like jumping in, like, oh, gold scale. Oops.
But it's almost like we started converged, diverged into forest, where we converged again.
Yeah.
Diverged and are now reconverging in water.
And then they could converge once again in Deku Tree.
Or Ganon's Castle.
Or Ganon's Castle.
Yeah.
I do think they're going to be in Ganon's Castle at the same time. It's just who's going to be ahead in that climb, and...
I think so too. Because let's see, at this point, Sponge is half a water ahead, and has also beaten Spirit.
Yep.
What the Hells has already beaten the entirety of Shadow. That's it.
I mean, most of Spirit.
And also Kokiri Sword. Like, Kokiri Sword.
The Kokiri Sword is what it's going to come down to, honestly. There's not that much of Spirit left for What the Hells, who, in theory, will be in Go mode when he goes there again. Similarly, they're going to be doing water at the same time here and be in the same position once they're done. Oh, no. Where's our boss king?
Alrighty.
Well, we are going to see our river chest here. And peak dragon chest and find out if we need those iron boots.
And again, like, the nice thing is we already know where those iron boots are. They're on the top of the volcano. We have hover boots. Like,
it's just annoying.
It's annoying. It's annoying. I'm annoyed.
Big chest.
That's a big chest. That looks like Bosky.
Yay. Iron's not required. Yep, that is go mode for Sponge.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what the hell is pretty close to go mode, but still missing that Kokiri sword.
Yep. Gets the save.
Yep, so we'll see if he makes the right call there. Well, in GTG.
Yep. And I would hope that you do. Like, I think that at this point. Oh,
Hovers.
Yeah, Sponge had hovers the whole time.
You know what? I don't question it. You wanna
do swag strats?
You wanna do swag strats? Go for it.
You go for swag strats. Yeah, I think you would be hard pressed to not do GGG.
Oh, nice quick grab.
Okay, part 2. Get the angle. In the crease of the door.
Nice.
Whew. Also, we don't know where Child Spawn is.
No.
Ah.
And it doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Sponge checks it going to Deku.
Yep, and here's what the hell's checking the next 2. Gonna follow the exact same route as Sponge.
Yep.
If you are going for trying to do all the checks as fast as you can, this is the fastest route.
Yep. Especially if you are looking for a key and not an item.
Yep, exactly.
But also gold skill limits you a little bit in the order that you do things.
Yeah. And also, map chest is just better than compass chest first. Not even. I'm of the impression that even if I have iron boots, I'm still gonna lower the water level first. Well, it's an unpopular opinion, and I understand that. But that is my preferred route.
And Sponge opting to go into Shadow makes sense because you don't want to age change now.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, and what the hell is absolutely going to Gerudo Fortress after this? Given the fact that he knows that the Mirror Shield is on horseback archery.
Yep.
It is almost certainly his next play.
Yep.
The make or break will be what he does after getting that Mirror Shield.
Yeah. And I think we have a pretty good indication here. So Shadow with chest size matches content is about 15 or 12 minutes rather than 15 because you don't have to open as many chests.
It's really nice.
Sponge won't be opening any chests in here since we have all the items we need. We even get to go mode Deku for a 90-second dungeon. It's great.
Yeah, right.
But What the Hells does not have that much longer in water. I mean, what would you say? 4 minutes? Maybe 5?
Maybe 3?
Needs to get to GTG to get Mirror Shield and beat Twin Rova, which is the longest part of this.
Yeah.
But if What the Hells does grab that Kokiri sword, I think this is even.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that we have a better look at where we're at.
Timing. Yep. No, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, and there's some little in chest size matches content. Oh, I love that long shot grab, and I suck at it because I have NAA. In chest size matches content, there is a really cheeky peek that you can do with lens that a lot of people don't do, and I love it. So if you equip lens here, you can not only check to see which fire pillar has what you need, you can also check in the like room with the keys.
Yeah.
The invisible chest, and if they're both small chests, you can skip that room entirely and save yourself a minute.
Yep.
It's really nice. More like 30 seconds. It's not a minute. I'm not gonna exaggerate that much. And there's What the Hell's is Bosky.
Yep.
Getting the peek here just in case it's something.
It's not.
It's not.
It's smoky. We
Not
don't
quite.
need that.
Oh, Kokiri Sword. Still missing Kokiri Sword.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what that something would be, but
Oh.
in
Yeah.
case it's something.
Kokiri Sword, that thing we keep talking about,
Yeah.
which is in GTG. Stalfos room. As a reminder.
Peak.
Yep. Yeah, screw this room.
Yeah, there's a minute. So usually it's about, if you were grabbing every chest, you expect to be in shadow for about 15 minutes. So chest as matches contents, even just shaving off, 2 or 3 minutes is still really nice.
Yep. And maybe chat said this earlier. Was it actually a go mode shadow where Sponge can skip the last 2 rooms? I don't think it was, but what the hell's also getting the nice quick grab there.
Yep, and that was on manual aim. That was
nice.
That was even more the impressive part. Something you can really only do on rando because you start at the entrance of the Morpha.
Yeah, you don't get the terrible cutscene.
Yep. Exactly.
The water's weird here.
Can what the hell's bring this back? I don't know what the hell's was ever losing. And that's just the interesting thing about this race. Like he's already done all of Shadow and most of Spirit. And so like he just needs to get his mirror shield, and if he just does any of GTG, which I think he should be very inclined to do given his path hints.
Yeah.
And also knowing that Slingshot is not the path item in Ice Cavern, you almost certainly are going to go and do GTG. But it just depends. Do you do left first? Do you do right first?
I don't know. Does what the hell's have a side that he prefers?
I think this is a field cleanup though.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to call Epona on the bridge anyway. So even if you're calling Epona, you're not doing it while you're there.
Yeah.
She gets stuck. She's hard to ride.
Epona gets stuck a lot.
You have like killer bees outside. What's going on?
Mel, those are called motorcycles.
It's motorcycles. I
Love how you had to correct yourself before I corrected you. Like I'm not an idiot, chat. I promise.
I knew it was motorcycles.
Oh no, he's just saying that this is the fastest way.
Yep. Well, when you're there, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to reverse.
Is it faster? I guess because you already have.
I mean, you're probably checking hammer rocks. Hammer rocks are also locked by this logic, which is good for what the hell is. It gives us some insight that, you know what, he knows GTG is probably where Kokiri's sword is.
Yeah, I think that's that's a Mel is being smarter than myself. Using opponents to check the size.
Yep. Not bothering to get off because why?
Yeah. I knew it was fairly similar, Alfalfa. I didn't know if it was actually faster or like the same or a little bit slower. The actual nuances and the timing is I was just like, nah, I know it's roughly.
Yeah. Reversing is technically faster, but if you want to do hammer rocks on the way,
yeah,
just yep, ride over.
Yep. Which Sponge, whoever is playing right now, Sponge chose to do Wasteland. Sponge chose to do Wasteland as his preferred check. What the hell is chose to do Hammer Rocks as his preferred check. So both of them got an extra peak, extra bang for their buck there.
Yep. Which what the hells would probably also do, but we are hoping he will enter go mode here.
Yeah.
Because I want to see this come down 2 seconds. I know that's going to feel bad for whoever ultimately loses, but this is a great looking race.
Yeah, what the hell's not actually being able to peak this, because he came in from the southern entrance rather than from the northern entrance.
Yeah.
Does see that it's small.
Small.
Or at least he's pretty sure he sees that it's small.
Yeah, right.
No, you can't actually tell on that one. Let's be real. Where Sponge is at now, and where What the Hell still has left to do, I think Sponge is ahead by like a minute.
Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's hard to know. Twin Rova is such a slow boss fight.
Such a slow boss fight. But Sponge is gonna have to ride the boat.
Yep, and do the back rooms. Only one of them, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Sponge is in the lead.
Yeah.
What the hell's
Oh.
baby? Thank you.
Like, oh no.
I was like, this race is too close. I don't need you.
This race is way too close for you to do that. There is Mirror Shield, and yep.
Yep, go on GTG.
Well, I mean, yeah, having that FW, you're going to GTG regardless.
Yeah.
We'll just see if.
Well, no, because he's FW set in spirit.
Yeah. So you're going GTG
Oh,
to use it.
yeah. That's what you meant. I thought you meant to. I thought you
That's
meant
what
to set
No,
Auroras.
I meant to use it.
Oh, I was like, why would he set Auroras?
All right. Okay. Doing lobby. Good. Grabbing a key.
Got the key.
Okay. So yep, has kind of pieced together, and
There it
is
is.
going left. Okay.
Okay. So we
got
have
a
a
race.
race. We have a race now. Sponge should be a little bit in the lead. That said, it's not going to be by much.
Yep. Because this is go mode for What the Hell's right here.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize you actually had to do.
There's the Auroras. There's the Mirror Shield. Tobias, thank you so much for the sub. 15 months.
And, yep. There's FW. So you're probably gonna be finishing
There's the
dungeons.
key. And
Yeah.
Sponge is out of here.
Yep. Sponge definitely has a time advantage,
Yes. They're both going to be starting the bosses around the same time.
but Bongo is so much faster.
And by starting the bosses, I mean, What the Hells is going to be on Bonnaroo, but not Bonnaroo. Bonnaroo is the name of the other scarecrow. It's oh, give me that look. T, what was it? Naburu. Naburu.
Naburu.
T, what is it? Naburu. It's gonna be Naburu.
SMH.
Bonnaroo final boss.
God damn it. Yeah, I hate to say it. I think we are at a point where, with a go mode Deku, I don't see Sponge making enough technical mistakes
No.
to.
It would take a death to an iron knuckle.
Yeah.
That would cost the race.
Why are we wearing these the whole time?
Why do you think I took mine out? I'm not listening to this. We've had headphones in the entire time.
Yeah, we've had headphones in, which at one point served a purpose because Soulblade and Ginger were talking. But, yeah, it was more than 2 hours ago. Why didn't you tell us? No.
Thanks, Twin Roba. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think overall, because they basically did the exact same things. I think What the Hells did Frogs 1, and that was the only check different.
Yeah.
If I'm like truly thinking.
And Target in the Woods.
And Target in the Woods were probably the only 2 checks
Yep.
that What the Hells did that Sponge didn't do.
Yep.
I think where most of Sponge's advantage came was Sponge was able to single dip all of his dungeons.
Yep.
Whereas What the Hell's double dipped Shadow, double dipped Spirit, even having Furores, you know, having Furore set still meant that he couldn't do Furore strats in places like Shadow Temple, and so, you know, it's just a little bit of time loss here and there.
Yeah. Yeah, between those things and even, you know, that FW and Jabu that we kept talking about for Sponge, the scale certainly evened that out a little, but it just kind of added up in Sponge's favor, and we are seeing a Din's equip there because we're not climbing through Deku Tree.
Hell no.
We are burning our way to the basement.
We're burning that mofo to the ground.
He's so satisfying if he use Dins on Goma. That'd be amazing.
And just
set it on fire.
I mean, she is basically a giant spider.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that, honestly. Yeah, and as Chad's pointing out, we still don't know where Child Spawn is. Nobody ever saved Quit, which, you know, is a real shame. I'm not gonna balk at these two runners because they are, you know, some of the best in the world. That said, it is nice knowing where it's just nice. It's just nice knowing where your
it's a free warp.
Yeah, it's a free song, basically. Free child song. And Sponge electing to get 2 sticks. You absolutely need 1 stick for the jump, to store the jump slash for Queen Goma. You do need a stick.
Yep. And you don't need to do flame storage because we have Dins.
Nope.
And we're not messing around with the regular B1 skip setups. We're just ground jumping our way up.
Yep. So What the Hell is about 2 minutes behind Sponge.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, it's honestly, you know, when you're at this level of competitive play, you are saving seconds.
Yep. And, like, genuinely, like we said, we're not expecting Sponge to make any technical mistakes, but that double defense, Sponge doesn't have that. A hit from an Iron Knuckle makes up all that time.
Yeah.
But with Big Goron Sword, we're not.
Yeah.
I would be shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think, though, even still, you know, What the Hells has put up an amazing fight, both in this race and in the tournament. Our old Season 4 winner has won multiple RSL tournaments, won multiple tournaments in other formats. And so, all around, an amazing player, and one who is it's just always fun to watch. Always love watching What the Hells.
Yep. A vanilla heart container there on Goma. I was thinking maybe Sponge would pick up a heart piece if it was there just for that little one-shot protection, but nope.
Yeah, and he's already got that one-shot protection. He's at 5 3/4 hearts.
Any quarter hearters?
Yep, 5 3/4 hearts. So is very much in the green there. And somebody mentioning, you know, Season 4, you know, we talk about Season 4, What the Hell is Season 4 winner. What I failed to mention is that Sponge was Season 4 Grand Finals runner-up.
Yep.
And so this is not only just, you know, who advances and who doesn't, but this is a rematch from that Season 4 Grand Finals about a year and change ago at this point.
Yeah. And here we are.
Yeah.
In lower bracket, because this year has just had that many great runners.
Yeah, I mean, we expanded from 32 to 64.
Yep.
Because we you know, you look at the final point value spread between 33rd and 64th place. And it's only a few hundred points away from each other.
Yeah.
Where, top runners had 3,600 points. And these runners were separated, the bottom half of the runners were separated by only like a small hundred amount of points. And so it just the echelon of these racers has just been, the entire quality has just been raised.
Yep.
So it's been really cool to watch this tournament so far, and
play in it.
And play. I did play in it, didn't I?
You did. You played it.
I did play in it.
Upper echelon of runners casually talking about himself.
That's me. I did so well, chat. You could not have wanted a better result out of this tournament than how I did. I went 0-2. Upper echelon.
Hey, someone had to go 0-2. Several, in fact.
Several of us.
Several people had to go 0-2.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Same, Doc Weasel. You feel me. You feel me. So, coming up, we can kind of highlight a little bit about what to expect in the future. Sponge is most likely taking this win. Again, cannot call it until the race is over, and nor will I. But assuming that Sponge continues to play as Sponge is, Sponge will be going up against Marco himself, the Season 2 winner. Had to think about that. Season 2 winner. And awaiting all of them is somebody who is one of the greatest runners, I would say, in Ocarina of Time, who has never actually been in a grand finals, which is Cariosa.
Yep. Who knocked both of these runners down into the lower bracket, as was probably mentioned.
Yeah.
Looking at the stats screen.
And so I'm really excited. If Sponge beats Marco, it will be two fresh faces walking in the grand finals, and I think that would be incredibly hype. No one's. Well, if you, I may have spoiled it, and I do apologize.
It's been more than 24 hours.
If I did spoil it for you, I do apologize. However, knowing the results does not change how amazing that race was, and you should absolutely go watch that race.
Yeah, definitely go watch that.
Oh my god. Please go and watch the race if you have not seen Cariosa versus Marco. Even if you know the result, the race was amazing. Oh, the race was good. So it will be the Marco versus Sponge race is going to be fabulous. And if Sponge makes it to the grand finals, Sponge versus Cariosa as two fresh faces for season 5 grand finals, I think would be incredibly hype.
He's not fresh. We just talked about. He was season 4 runner-up.
Well, I mean, not fresh. Oh yeah, he was season 4 runner-up. Shit. Who said that?
You did.
I did?
All right.
Alrighty. Obviously, would recommend that if you are co-commentating with somebody, I would recommend that you listen to your co-commentator. I would very much recommend that.
Unless it's me, chat. There's an asterisk here.
Listen to your co-commentator.
They're basically just going to be a Ganon fight apart here.
Yeah. And having been somebody who has lost a race in Ganon, it is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking to be at this stage and get that dot done from your opponent. And it feels so bad because you, at this point, you are thinking, I might actually win.
Well, yeah, having to do all dungeons. Can we talk about having to do all dungeons and go into all of the side dungeons? And we are at 2 hours and 44 minutes.
They did ice, they did bottom of the well, they did GTG.
And some of GTG.
They did, quote unquote, did GTG.
Yep. And get your GGs in chat. with this, Sponge is going to be taking this match.
Yeah, do it. iBuy Slingshot said. Get your GGs in chat. And there it is. Sponge with the win. Sub 245.
Yeah, I kind of hope What the Hell's actually finishes up here so we can see the exact time difference, because it's not much.
It's really not much.
And it really did just come down to, like, had What the Hell's not done those child cleanup checks, which, totally reasonable. Oh. Hello.
Welcome in.
Ow!
Who is that? Sponge!
Sponge!
GG's, my man.
Okay, so real quick, I have my mic at 100 volume so that I could hear when somebody joins the VC, and I forgot to set it down, so you two just blew my ears out.
Oh, no. Well, consider that repayment for saying that the wild suck. So.
Look,
Okay.
we see you. We see you.
Oh, did you see what I wrote before that?
Yeah. We were like, oh, Sponge chose violence today. But yes, GG's, What the Hell's, welcome in. GG's.
GG's, what the hell's.
Oh shit, alright, okay. Hey, GG's, yo, congrats, Sponge.
Jeez, what the hell's...
Yep, we are watching you finish up on restream here, but here.
I think he decided against that.
Oh no, I see.
Oh, am I getting hit by Ganon now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Honorable hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom anyway. I was like, okay, no. Ganon, I don't need to kill this guy.
You're like, I already beat Ganondorf. What more do you really want out of me,
Yeah.
Yeah, what a fitting screen to end your S5 run on is just game over.
Yeah.
Any initial thoughts from either of you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't really say anything in
fine.
particular. It's just, if you guys have any questions for us, let's not talk about King Zora, though.
Yo, no, but so ironically, and you would have figured this out eventually. You forgetting King Zora is the reason why you found the Ocarina of Time hint.
Yep.
What the hell's what you're not privy to is he skipped it twice. He skipped it as child going to Domain, skipped it again going to Ice Cavern.
It was in River, right.
It was River next to Waterfall. Played a warp song out of Ice Cavern. Went shit. I was supposed to do King Zora because it's path to Morpha, and on his way back up River, checked the waterfall hint, and thank God you did, because we never found it. We never found a second Ocarina of Time hint.
Oh yeah, that was like, oh man, this is like the alternate timeline where like you go back in time and it's like, okay, let's make it so that I win this race. And like, this is the timeline I'm living in. Like there's a timeline where I do King Zora, I never get the OOT hint, and I just get destroyed. And
yeah. There is.
Well, and talk us through your logic in GGG. So you had just gotten Mirror Shield, pop into GGG, you do a quick peek of the entrance of GGG, the Bullock checks, and then decide to go leftwards. What were you thinking on that?
I have been talking for the past couple of minutes that I'm just gonna pick up the Mirror Shield, I'm gonna go into GTG, and as soon as I get any item, I'm leaving to do Spirit, and then whatever dungeon that item unlocks, and then I'll just come back after.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it happened to be a great item.
Wait, was Kakiri Sword your go mode?
No, it was Hovers and Gold Scale back to back.
Where were those? Oh, in Spirit. Okay.
Spirit. Yeah.
Spirit. Yeah, the Spirit hallway.
Yeah, versus what the hell's his go mode was that Kokiri sword. It looked like you had pieced together. There wasn't much left for you to look for at that point, but that boomerang locking your access to GTG.
I was thinking of setting Ferraris in GTG and going to Spirit, but then I thought the odds are so high that it's just in GTG, and I thought I'll use my Ferraris in Spirit, at least give it some use.
Yeah.
Because the whole time I felt pretty bad of that. Like once I got the OT hint, it didn't click to me that it was AD. It took me like 5 minutes to realize like, oh shit.
Oh,
So
no.
I felt really bad because I didn't set Ferraris and Jabu. So I was like, I'm such an idiot. Like I just got Ferraris and I got Magic, but I was just thinking like, no, it's fine. I'm not going in there anyway. Why would I set Ferraris? And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh, this is AD. And then I realized, shit, I could have just set Ferraris. And then
it had crossed our mind, and you know, if you go back to rewatch the VOD, we kind of discussed that because that is something that Sponge ended up doing, was setting it in GTG and in Jabu, and I think that was before you even knew that it was AD Sponge.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that was one of the time advantages that Sponge gained on you, was not having to kind of go back up river or even scale from a Minuet. Could go straight from bottom of the well, recall for Roar's Wind straight into Jabu and keep pushing.
Yeah,
it kind of came down to that, and just a couple of child checks that you did. Really target in the woods and Frogs 1. I think that's like the entirety of the time difference.
Yeah, I was hoping Frogs
One
1 would have something to like cancel out me forgetting set Ferraris. I was like, okay, if there's something here, but that was like,
nope.
What the hell what was your thought on Market being to King Dodongo after having done the far majority of Market with nothing?
yeah, that was weird. And then I saw the Magic on top of DMT, so that was kind of weird. So I really like I wasn't sure, should I go in DC without explosives? Like I'm over it. Like I could just do it, and who knows? Like at that point, you could find anything in there. And but I think with the warp songs, I thought, okay, let's just like really, doesn't really matter the age changes. Let's just go do it, even if it's not the bomb bag, because I didn't have the Epona hint for that at that point. So I thought, okay, it could still be big pose. But yeah, I just thought, okay, I mean, it makes sense that you could have bomb bag there. Plus, I thought if it's bomb bag there, I'll go to river and domain. And then if there's a hook shot there, then I can like just go back adult after that with my bombs and my hook shot and my hammer and basically do everything. But then, yeah, nothing in domain. But I thought, if it's now that it's on King Zora, this could be like, it was weird because I got letter in DC. I thought, okay, well, if it's on King Zora, well, I moved him so I don't have to come back later. But yeah, the Ferraris win thing at the same time kind of, I felt so bad about that. I was like, that's such a rookie mistake.
You traded them, I guess.
What we're speaking of Ice Cavern, thoughts on Slingshot in the Iron Boots chest?
Yeah, that's so funny.
We were sitting there, we're like, there's no way. There's no fucking way that is the item.
Yeah.
And thank God Forrest had another slingshot that we could all go, okay, phew, like it's not slingshot.
Chase storms.
I was worried in the moment that it was, you needed to beat Deku to get Epona. And that locked the other two things. I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore this for now, but this could be important. And then the game's like, nah, this shit's not important. Go do it.
Alfalfa very much would be interested in checking child spawn. So neither of you ever save warped in child.
Yeah, the warp songs were too good. I almost
no, Zora's domain shop.
No,
really?
It is not.
Yeah.
No way.
I legitimately thought about it.
Oh my god! Of course it's in Zora's domain.
I'm like going to a river and I'm like, what if my spawn is just like in domain or something? But it's actually a good thing for me that I.
What are the odds that it's in domain? It could be the one location that might save me time.
I would have saved what the hell's time. Actually, that probably would have made this a much closer race.
Yeah,
it's better for me to have walked because I got forwards on the way, but what the hell could have saved a lot of time.
It's pretty funny because at the lens minigame, I was thinking, well, this is a good time as any to check the warp. I was thinking if it's not bomb bag, like if it's something that leads to bomb bag, but if it's bomb bag, I probably want to do bowling. So I was going to do it, but I thought, I'll do bowling. I'm here.
Yeah. And I thought you might if you didn't pick up a scale, but you did at the end of Forest at that point. So it just never really made sense to check that.
That's so funny because I always think if you have good warp songs, there's no real point in checking them. Like if you have really good warp songs, if you're missing like one of the main warps, like CAC or Temple of Time or Forest, then sure.
Mhm.
But if you have all the warp songs early, especially we had Suns too, I'm like, there's no
Great
point.
songs.
But like today was Domain, and last time against Cariosa it was like Fortress. Like, are you kidding me? The 2 times I don't check them, like these amazing spawns.
And then from here on out, you're gonna check them, and it's gonna be like
You'll
you know,
overcorrect for a few.
it's gonna be child shooting, and you're gonna start with Prelude, and you're gonna be like, why?
Yeah, or Backup Ranch or something.
Or something
Cool.
dumb, exactly.
Cool. But then your warps are so good. What's the harm?
Yes, that's true.
I think y'all had some amazing songs to start with, knowing that Skull Mask hint so early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Prelude Nocturne, and then immediately turn around to get Minuet. I mean, you really could not have asked for a better set of songs to get that hammer.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what the hell's? Congratulations once again for making it this far.
Thanks.
Making it top 4, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So you have done an amazing job. Continue to be an amazing runner and someone that I obviously look up to. So always great. Of course, always great to see you race. And Sponge going up against Marco here coming up. Chad already knows. I spoiled them. It's nothing new.
Okay.
Yeah. Any strategies you have going into that, or just like win?
Check big pose.
Check big pose. Fair.
That's my strategy.
Amazing. Well, once again, shout outs to these runners, What the Hell's Happens and the Salty Sponge. You can go ahead and follow them right here. We gotta always give a shout out to our trackers, Baseball and Ginger Sunny, and of course, you've got Melqui over here.
Yeah, I'm totally tracking.
No, well, that comms. Come on.
I know, but we're also in the tracker command for no reason.
Know why. And myself, Doc Heaps. Chat, it has been an absolute delight being here with you for the last 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Yep. And thank you, Baseball, for race monitoring. Oh, what the hell? Your screen went totally blue at one moment. We were very concerned.
Oh, that was my cat.
That was your cat?
Yeah, it touched the capture card wire. Like, get out of here.
But thank you, Baseball. Without race monitors, it's harder to make the fair play agreement possible. So much appreciated. Mm-hmm. And Soulblade, who is restreaming for us and will probably have a few other words to say.
Maybe.
No, if not, I can just
usually there's
cracking jokes,
a summary.
Yeah, there might be some of that.
Maybe.
Yeah. If not, we're just.
I heard it.
But yeah, let's see what's coming up on the ZSR front here. If you haven't checked it out and you want to check it out, we got the RSL Season 4 going on right now. That's be happening on Friday the 15th. RSL's a pretty cool settings.
Or is it? We won't know.
Yeah, you will never know.
You will never know.
It's going to be Riley versus Melrose, actually.
That's a hype matchup, actually. Ooh. Riley versus Melrose.
I'm here for it.
Be there for that chat.
On other fronts, if you enjoy other Zelda games, we still have the Z2R Max Rando tournament happening. I believe there's a match later today at around 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, one also on Thursday at 8 p.m. Other than that, there's some weeklies and some other fun races happening here and there. So tune in, see what you like, join in the chat, and all that good stuff. Hope you all have a good night.
Yeah, when in doubt, check the ZeldaSpeedRuns schedule. Has all the big races on there.
All the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, exactly what Soulblade said. Y'all have an amazing night. Thanks for letting us hang out with y'all.
Yep. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, T.
Bye.
Say bye, slingshots.
Bye.
Okay.